How are our happy paper friends today? Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Margie and Glennis.
Hi, Margie. Hey, Glennis. Glad to have you here. At least there's a couple of us here at 6 o'clock, ready to
That's
play.
okay. That's all
Yep.
right.
If you're
I'm
watching the
low
replay,
key.
if you're watching the replay, this is our Saturday night live laugh and craft. End of the week, everybody always has stuff going on and needs to relax and laugh and craft and just have a good time with friends. So that's what we do every Saturday night. Welcome to join us. Hopefully, if you're watching on the replay, you'll get to join us sometime soon. So, Margie and Glennis always holding us down, holding the fort down, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys pull out some altered paper today to play along with? I know you
Hope
both
so.
have. Well, Glennis, I know you have plenty. Oh, goodness. So, how has life been for you guys this week? What's going on?
Don't ask me. I'm going to be kind of quiet tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. We're going to keep you occupied and hopefully a little distracted and yeah.
I haven't been in my room at all. So I tried to come up and do some more organizing yesterday because I thought maybe it would help, or even sit down an art journal or something, and I just never quite could do it.
Did it?
So no, didn't do it. Went back down.
Maybe you need to make a little journal in honor of or paying homage to chaos.
Well, I'm kind of working on something. I did come up here today because I had torn things apart really because I've been working on pretty hard on this room. So I have so many empty boxes and empty shelves and empty baskets, and I'm so proud of myself.
Yay.
But I didn't create anything yet. I'm gearing my brain to do that right now. How about you? How was your week?
Well, it was a week. We were camping till Wednesday.
Was it fun?
That was a ton of fun. Weather was perfect. It was really nice. We had a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then Thursday and Friday, I was down sick. Today was feeling better, but not 100% yet. But that didn't matter because I had to go spend the day at the ER with Doug. Oh, Margie's almost done with her Alice book that she made from the Jell-O box. I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see the Alice book. What am I looking for?
You find yourself buying packaging because you think it would be cool to create
because
something.
Of the size.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's funny.
Or I'll empty something in my cupboard because I'm like, I really need a box this size, so that's what we're eating. Yeah.
I know. We're going to eat this because I want the package, the box.
Right.
Don't throw that one away when it's empty, but just keep eating on it.
No one else throws packaging away in my house, so I never have to worry about that.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but that's okay.
Hi, Joni. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. So tonight is the last Saturday Night Live of August, so we thought we'd continue working with altered papers, and I have so many things in mind that I'm going to have to take just a second and focus my brain to do one of them because I it just wants to go so many directions.
I had to make a list, and so I had it to look at, and I didn't get distracted. So.
It's going so many directions. I have altered papers that really need to be altered. So I really wanted to alter some altered papers to get them to a point of where I could use them. And then I have just a ton of things in mind to do with altered papers. One of our favorites is to collage, and we can do that and just chill. Maybe towards the end we start doing that because, if we just don't feel like making anything else. But I just suddenly had a ton of ideas of little things to make with altered papers. So got to start somewhere, right?
Thanks, Margie. Thanks for the hugs.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
what happened to Doug. Doug was playing with Lucy this morning, trying to get her exercised before he went to work. And hyperextended his knee and tore his ACL, and it tore a little piece of the bone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not so fun.
Silly
So
boy.
now he doesn't have to get ready to go to work, right? He won't be able to go to work for several days.
Yeah.
At
How long is
least
he off?
Thursday would be the first day he'll go to work. So, um, let's see where I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna go grab a couple things that are on the other side of the room, so you can talk just in case you can't hear anything there. I don't want to
Oh, yeah.
yell.
So I actually am going to, I got a couple things out I would like to work on. I have two 12 by 12 scrapbook bins that are absolutely stuffed with gel prints, marbled paper, DIY stationery that's not finished, or things that I've maybe got a new stencil or a new stamp and inked and whatever did. So it's all altered papers. I kind of thumbed through them and found some that I would like to maybe trim up. I did get out the collection of folders, and you saw me make some of these that I made to put with my stamps. So if I do mini stamps on, say, tissue paper that I can collage with or whatever, I can put those in there and put that with it. But every single one of these is made with altered paper. Before I glued all the stuff down, every single one of them. So I just wanted to share that and share the ideas. I mean, it doesn't have to go on a folder. It can, I've got die cuts. I did do some, I used some of the altered papers and ran it through my embossing machine and made some die cuts and that sort of stuff to add to what I've got going on today. But I'm just really tickled with these, and every single one is made with altered paper that I've done other things to. And shush, I've got a sticker sitting here on my desk. I should put her there. I'm going to do it. I'm trying to sort. I'm at the point where I'm sorting through things. My room is almost done up to that point where I'm just like sorting, yeah. And for anybody watching on replay that doesn't know, I'm sorry that my energy will be low tonight. We had to put our almost 15-year-old dog down. She had pretty bad cancer, and it doesn't matter how long you're thinking about it. If and it's coming, doesn't matter how long you prepare. There's no preparing for the emotional toll that it takes to lose a family member, even though they're going, so Marianne's gonna do most of the chatting tonight, and I'm just gonna create because I really need to. So that'll be me. There, it's not on my desk anymore. So I'm sorting through stuff, figuring out what goes on the corner of my desk still, and I've got a couple drawers. I've got so many empty drawers. I'm just pleased with myself. I've got a lot of stuff to sort, so I don't think they'll stay empty, but everything won't be jam full. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, Margie. I don't know how. It makes you never want to pet again when you go through that. It makes you feel like you just don't want to do it anymore. And then we can't help it because we're animal people, and we still have pets and we love them. And, I'm thinking maybe it's time to get a parrot again because they live 60, 70, 80 years. So
outlive you.
Yeah.
It's something that will outlive you.
Outlive me. Yeah. I don't know. That's a lot of work though. I don't think I would go back to that because I used to train them and I used to have a lot of them. Anyway, the people that lived in this house had a nursery / pet store that I used to love to go to. It was before we knew that was the case. And they had parrots here, I guess, which was funny. I thought there were just so many coincidences when we moved into this house to find out that it was my favorite pet store and the owners of my favorite pet and garden center. But I guess they loved birds. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
So all of these at some stage were, maybe this one wasn't. Maybe this one was, no, I think the blue was. That's it. And the rest of it was, I went over it with, it's still altered paper. I mean, it's just not off the, so much from the gel plate. The rest of these are totally, well, that one was ink and spray.
Still
The rest are altered. Yeah, no, they're all still altered, but all these folders are so fun. I love looking at them. And I'm going to put them in a pride of place spot in my, like in the front of my cart to look at, or I just like thumbing through them. They make me happy. Anyway,
I have so many things in mind to make. And now I guess just need to do it, huh?
Yeah, just need to. I actually am going to be working on something that I picked up. I actually worked on the cover a little bit today. It is one of these kids' books that is made out of chipboard. And the back of it, it's actually really cool images. It's like they're painted or they're made with gel plate. Papers. I don't know, but it actually had a battery in it, so it would chirp. So it was broken technically. So I picked it up for $1. It's perfect for a little art journal.
Wow.
So I'm gonna continue to. At first, I was doing gesso in it, and then I realized I wanted to just go ahead and glue down gel. I mean the lower key sort of gel papers or altered papers, so that I can go from there. So it's like the first layer.
Build on that.
So I thought I would work on that tonight. I forgot to bring up. I don't know what I did with my sanding paper. I have one measly little weak sanding block, and I don't know what I did with it. So I might I just realized something. I'm not going to have to go down because somebody's barking at me.
You're not going to have to excuse yourself and run outside, huh?
Yeah. So, anyway, this is what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm going to catch up on some comments. Yeah, thank you, Joni. Thank you.
Yeah, it's tough when you live pets. All right. So I think to start with, I've got so many altered papers and so many things that I want to make. I think maybe I will just grab a few and start making and show you what I'm going to do. I was sitting here late last night, not feeling very well. I made 3 of these. They're not done. I just started them. And that will be really great with the altered paper. But it's basically, you can just use scraps of paper, scraps of altered paper, scraps of regular scrapbook paper, doesn't matter. And I'll finish these tonight. But it's a double pocket. So see, there's a kind of a fold down the middle. You can see where the line is. I glued it down the middle. You can watch. I'll show you how I made them. But it's a double pocket. And I'll just glue this right into a journal and then can put 2 tags in. And if I want to, I can put it such that the back of it is a big pocket. And then there's the 2 smaller pockets. Or on the side. Could do that on the side as well. Or on like a bottom corner. And do 2 sides so that it's a corner tuck like that. and then the two pockets. So I use the altered paper on the front, and then use just coffee dyed paper, which is also altered paper, on the back. And I do that because if I'm going to glue them down, I don't really want super nice paper on the back that's just going to get glued down.
Let's see.
So you could do single pockets. And this is one of the things I've been thinking of lately, is some of the things that I making lots of them and storing them in a container. And then when I make a journal, have them ready to go grab whichever ones fit into that journal, because we use the same type of embellishments and ephemera. Oh, I think I hear thunder. It's not even supposed to rain tonight.
Seriously?
Yeah, just different themes. It's something about Saturday night that I get that. But, there's a lot of like things like this was an altered paper.
Hey, Mariah. Hey, Patricia.
Hi, P&M. How are you? That would be cool doing that with, and then embellish on top of it, but it'd have a cool metallic background. There's another one that came from the gel plate that I could do. That would be a cool double pocket right there. So that is one of the things that I'll do. Another thing that I'll do with some altered paper is this. Again, it's not completely embellished. It's just there. And this is a great one to do with any scraps, whether it's scrapbook paper, altered paper, doesn't matter, because it doesn't even matter what the size is. This happened to be a really long one. It's probably 12 inches. If not, it's pretty darn close. Yeah, it is 12 inches. So fold it up, leave a space, fold it down. I put a little twisty closure tab there with a little heart brad. And inside, I just put 2 pockets. And this is the exact same paper as the outside. So I'll probably make some of those with altered paper. And I mean, these are, what I'm showing you is just super easy ways to use up. You've got a whole bunch sitting around and you want to make them usable. This is just, again, a leftover piece of paper. This is one of those old like wallpaper, but it's paper, not wallpaper. This is velvet and raised. And so that's just a pocket. Now I will stencil with some ink on the inside there, and I'll embellish it up and be all ready to go. Another thing I like to do with my altered paper is cover these giant buttons. It's just a wood button, super giant. I'll use napkins a lot on smaller buttons. These big giant ones are easier to use regular paper on, especially a thinner paper. I'm finding I'm really liking rice paper on the gel plate because it's thick enough to withstand what it needs to withstand, but it's thin enough to fit down among everything and pick up everything it needs to. I'm really liking that. Another one that I thought I would do is some paper clips. So here's a paper clip with a pocket. I just put that on, so I haven't even embellished it or decorated it or anything, but that's a paper clip with a pocket on it. And then literally I had these 2 scraps in here this morning, these 2 scraps, and I loved this altered paper. I didn't want to throw them away, even though each of them was about 2 inches by 1.5 inches with that. And I ended up trimming some off. So I just made 2, you have to leave the back open so it can go on, but 2 wrapped paper clips. And then I'm going to decorate those, and then you can hang charms or different things from the bottom and from the top. And you can make those with either size. So I'll show you how I did those if you are interested. And then when I was gathering up all my scraps, this little bin right here is just full of scraps. These are just scraps of altered paper that I've used for various things. And this is what was left of whatever the paper was.
Oh my gosh, I have so many to sort through.
I know. I didn't even pull out a bin. I just gathered what was on my desk, literally.
Yeah.
But if I get through those, great. Then I can pull out a bin. But I put
they're all together. Yeah.
Together. I thought they're just the right size. Put them together, and a little piece of cardstock on the outside. And there's a little signature that I think I'll put together. And there's a little signature And I'm going to take those two signatures and, oh, don't fall. I'm going to bind those two signatures. I'm going to make a teeny tiny journal out of scrap leather. So I've got this scrap leather here. I'll just cut what I need to make a teeny tiny journal cover. And just use altered papers to be the pages. And then that could be decorated if I wanted to. I do have a lot of altered papers that need to be altered. And maybe, I don't know, maybe sometime tonight I'll pull out the gel plate. I really want to, but I probably should do a bunch of other things first because it's easy to end with the mess. It's not as easy to start with the mess.
Yeah.
And have to clean it up to do something else. Hi, Kendall. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you guys. Julie's barbecuing. Oh, that sounds good. So those are some of the things I'm going to do. Oh, another thing I wanted to do was these are some tags. Some of you were here that night, but these are all coordinating tags made with altered paper. I've got some little pieces of that scrapbook paper, and I've still got some pieces of this altered paper. I wanted to make a few more things that coordinate with this to be a set, and they might be paper clips, tags. I don't know. They might be some different things. I might even run some of these through an embossing machine, you know, the little tiny one. One night when we did, what were we doing, Sharon, when we did this one? This is not the original. This is not the original.
Collaging, I think. We were.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
The elephant was a stamp, and then everything else was dimensional on him.
We were just collaging.
And I have the original. I actually did it on a, I think it was a side at one side of a manila file folder. And I made some copies of him because I thought he might be fun to tear up and use parts and pieces of him. Because that altered paper is a little thick.
Making gosh, that was a long time ago too, but we might have been making master boards. It could have been.
Oh,
yeah.
There was a different theme. Right now I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Let me quick take a look at, let's see. Oh no, Julie, did I say lightning? I don't hear lightning. It was thunder I heard. Did I say lightning? That's funny. Patricia's upstairs. I'll head up there in a bit and watch. I'm cutting some top secret things in the office. Oh, it is altered paper though. Nice. Yeah, that heartbread is cute, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, I've got some flocking that I haven't tried yet that I do want to try. The velvet paper is a lot of fun. Might run away. The flocked. Love things that are flocked. Kendall's here. Hey.
We're so glad y'all made it.
Not really a flocker. Kendall's not really a flocker. I have some flocking powder, but I haven't used it. Yeah.
Flock you.
As I was laughing at Kendall, I'm not really a flocker.
Sorry.
Is that anything like the Fockers? Meet the Fockers?
Yes, meet the flockers.
Yeah, meet the flockers. We're the flockers. But flock on.
Flocked.
You flock on your bad flocking self.
Yeah.
Doug just called down the hallway. Hey, watch your language. Oh, Kendall's got the whole weekend off. Yay.
That's great.
She's made a whole journal in 2 days almost. Wow. Okay, so Mariah's heading upstairs to be where Patricia is, and then they'll get on together.
Yay.
That's funny. You guys are hilarious. All right, so let's see here.
Don't really want it all over.
What to start with?
So I'm just going to be gluing pages to this and getting that first layer down and getting it started.
Cool.
So, and it's
altered paper's perfect for that.
Thick.
Yeah.
It's
those
thicker than regular
books are
crazy
thick.
It's great. I got it for an art journal. I mean,
Yeah,
that
for sure.
I was actually out actively looking for one. So, yeah.
I also have a variety of little sacks here those are tags, but a bunch of little sacks that I want to
Barbara
collage
Streisand.
on with altered paper.
I'm going to dry this real quick. I'll let you talk amongst yourselves.
And here's some little envelopes. I mean, this one's so old. It was like from the 60s when I was born. But, you know, I don't need one that says for babies, so I can put some altered paper on it and turn it into something else. But yeah, these are fun sacks to alter with altered paper. So let me do this. Let's start with these guys. This guy's right here, because I've got this coffee dyed paper here, and you can make these any size you want. So I kind of look at it and look at what I have. If I'm looking at, I don't want these to be wider than a journal page would be. If I wanted to set them in this direction on the bottom. Sorry, didn't realize I was off camera there. I didn't even look at where my camera was today. Let me see if I can, without making you dizzy, move my camera a little bit. And maybe I need to move this over here. There we go. Yeah, I didn't even look if my camera was centered, because during the week I just take it and I move it off to the side so I'm not constantly bumping it. Didn't even center it up. Jumped on, started talking to Sharon, and away we went. Some flocked tulle. Oh, that sounds cool. Now you're a poet.
We didn't even talk this week. We covered
so
Thursday.
busy.
It's been a rough week.
Jamie says, sorry for your loss, Sharon.
Thank you so much. It was just...
silly Doug, yes. Silly Doug. 20 flock colors. I don't know how many I have, Julie. I haven't used them, but we're going to have to use them. Some doubled up.
Mine are fluorescent. Yeah. I don't know where they came from. Probably a craft lot or something, some art lot that I got.
You're flocking? Yeah, that's what mine was, from an estate sale. See how these aren't the same size? They're just whatever size the thing was. But typically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's probably a little wide. How wide is a page? That one would need to be put this way. How wide? Let's see. If it's an 8.5 by 11, if you fold that in half, 11, that's 5.5 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just about 6. So those are going to be a little wide for putting this direction. Are these all the same? They are. They're all going to have to go up and down or sideways in a journal, which is okay. But I probably want to make some that are a little smaller.
I have some ideas for books like this if you're going to make them out of your gel prints. To do some themes with them. Great way to use up your gel prints in bulk. And you could do like a quote book. That would be really fun to do a different print on each page, and maybe a frame made out of another gel print, and then maybe a quote on each page, like your favorite quotes. Or I'm going to do this one in art and architecture. I have a piece from an old book right here. It's like a travel book for, Europe. And then this old,
honey.
The magazine cover, actually. So I'm going
to find something, and I
maybe you have, obviously they're going to be turned into art journal pages as I go along, or as I feel up to it. But it's going to be just the base.
Known better.
They should have.
When you pick your themes,
before it happened.
Did you not do it?
Yeah.
You need me to?
Hello, ladies.
Hi, Doug.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Hey, Sharon,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry to hear about your loss.
I'm. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I've had that happen, and it's uh, truly devastating.
It is, and I feel like I've been punched in the chest for the last few days.
Ugh.
Yeah,
You know that feeling. But I
yeah,
mean, she was the oldest dog I've ever had, the longest.
Wow.
I mean, she was my child. She was my child, but she was also like glued to me, or we had like this invisible string. You know, she was
yeah.
part of. I don't even have anybody to talk to anymore. She was it. You know, like all day I talked to her because she was following me or
And
at my.
Mayhem doesn't follow you around. Maybe he will now
Oh
that
no,
chaos
no,
isn't
he
there.
does not. He does not follow me.
Uh,
So
I
that's
had to,
funny.
I had to, I had to put a dog down when I was about 12 years old,
oh
and she was, I mean, she was the only dog I ever had, and she was very special to me.
yeah,
And
it's really
and
hard.
in fact, I still actually have her. We had her cremated, and I still have her box. That's how much she meant to me.
Aw.
We
We
do
actually
have her.
had her cremated. I have never done that with a pet.
Mhm.
Well, I've only ever put one other pet down, but she was like 10. Chaos was 15, you know, or
Right.
almost 15. So I actually we it was really hard to leave her there. It was really hard, but I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine riding in the car all that way with her in the back.
Right.
So we decided to go ahead and have her cremated because we didn't
That's
want to
cool.
leave her behind. So very hard. And
Yeah.
thank you everybody for asking, for all the love you've sent, and I just thank you so much. I'm sorry I haven't been on Facebook other than to make the post and to let everybody know that's why I'm kind of away. So I haven't been able to create, or it's been a rough week. It's been rough.
Yeah.
It's hard to make that choice too. You feel like the evil person put them down, you know. So but she was suffering. She was
Yeah.
at the point where she was suffering. So
You have to know that you did the right thing because she was suffering, and
yeah.
mine was suffering too. She had kidney failure.
Yeah, her tumors were huge.
Yeah,
And we were managing her pain with THC and like gummies. And I got to the point where I mean, I have been up with her every night for the last few weeks.
right.
You know, I've been getting very little sleep, and I've been taking good care of her, and, you know, just pampering her and spoiling her, knowing that she was going to be going. And I couldn't manage her pain anymore. And watching her the last night suffer was so hard. It was
Yeah.
so hard.
Um,
Yeah.
Well, knowing
That's the
knowing
worst.
that she is out of pain, out of misery, not suffering
Right.
anymore, you need to
Yeah.
know that you did the right thing for her.
Yeah. Well, and she was old. I had to remember that too. I mean,
Yep.
that's an old dog. So
Yeah, the 15 is very old. We had a
yeah.
couple of cats when I was a kid too, and one of them was the mom, one was the daughter, but one of them died at 18.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 calico cats, and
Wow. It
they
makes
were
you never
with
want a
from the
pet.
time I was born.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to live
Never
that
want a pet
long.
again, so you don't have to go through it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's going to take time, and I know that we did the right thing and it was what we needed to do. It just doesn't make it any easier, you know. Nothing makes it easier.
no,
Time doesn't make it easier, but time heals.
time heals.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, honey, you're sounding something just.
Thank you, everyone. I really,
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I've been out there. I was watching the movie and I cried a little bit, so I got my stuff up a little bit.
In that bright movie?
Yeah, it was good.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
All
right.
right.
I can go lay down.
Okay. Go get off.
Well,
That,
sorry about your knee, Doug. Hang in there.
Yeah.
go get off that leg.
There's an oxygen right here that might not be letting Lucy through.
Okay. I moved things to get into something quickly there, and then I didn't move stuff back. So that's
You
probably
guys see what these are? This is from when we did Alcohol Ink, and these were all in the same piece of cardstock. And I cut out the cells, as they were shaped.
Oh, that's cool looking.
So
I
I thought that might be a really cool way to do a journal, to cut out cells.
So this is my backing, the coffee dyed paper, and I only inked the top because that's all that's going to be seen right there. And you saw this is actually gosh, this might be that plastic paper that we got that's like Yupo, but it's a different brand.
Oh yeah.
And so it's thick like plastic paper. And so I just cut it out to be the width of this little coffee dyed paper that I had to be the backing.
Hi, Laura.
Gave it a fold in the center so that I could put glue down the center to make this double pocket. And I'll just do that. Hi, Laura. Okay. These are so quick and easy, guys. I mean, any scraps that you have, you can make these pockets of any size you want. You can make them miniature and put teeny tiny tags in them. You could make them as wide to go to the side as the height of the book. So like 8 inches, and then put them up the side of the book and put a couple of really large tags in there. So that's the awesome thing about just this double pocket is any size. It doesn't even matter. You're going to make your inserts accordingly. Now, I put that fold down the center so I know exactly where to get the glue, but then I'm going to embellish this and decorate it. So I'll put a piece of lace or something down the center there that kind of delineates and shows that it's double pockets. Let's see. Got this left, which is, what do I have left on the coffee dyed paper?
So this is a cool stamp, and I stamped it out because it looked like hinges, and cut them apart, cut them out to make little hinging straps.
Cool. Okay, where did I put the rest of that piece of coffee dyed paper that I just cut this off of? Did anybody see me set it aside? Which way did it go? I've got this one, but where's the coffee dyed one? Let's see. So how high, Laura? Fingers are cold.
Oh, thanks, Laura. Yeah, I haven't heard from Jen either.
Talk to me later. Julie, talk to me later.
Oh, cool, Julie.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Patricia and Mariah, are you here?
They are. They're in their studio. So they're probably
Mariah
busy.
was doing something secret, but then I think she went upstairs and got where Patricia could get online with her. So there. Okay, so I was gonna just send this to you as a surprise, Patricia, but just so that you don't end up like getting one or getting something. I picked up a couple of these. They're Stampin' Up, and it's just a knobby thing with a flat thing so that you can rub on your stamp or your gel press, or from last Sunday, talking about all those different things. It's just a nice soft rounded wood to push those things down, and it really helps with arthritic hands or weak wrists or injuries or things like that. And I picked up a couple of them at an estate sale, so I'm going to send you one, Patricia. I've got that sitting right here for you. I knew exactly what you needed when you said that. Okay, guys, this piece of coffee dyed paper, not that piece. Now, where did that one go? Oh my goodness, people, what is happening here?
Are you losing stuff?
I am totally, it's right here.
It's the Bermuda Triangle of your desk.
Coffee dyed paper came off of one like this. It was 8.5 wide, at least. Maybe it was the 11 length. I think it was the 11 length. Where's the rest of that end that it came off? You are so welcome, Patricia. Is that called a baron? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh. Yes, it is.
Okay, I didn't know that. A baron. All right. Well, Patricia, I have a baron for you. All right. So where's the rest of that piece of coffee dyed paper? I was going to make a smaller one here with this one. Oh my goodness. It can't just disappear like that.
And I'm just like gluing these down because they're sitting like scraps on my
I'm going to walk up and see if it fell on the floor, but I don't think so because it would have to hit my lap first. See, that was the full length. And that little piece that I got was not the full length. So it was like this. It was like this. So there is total a piece this big sitting here somewhere right in front of me that I cannot see. Oh, blinded by the coffee dyed paper. Well, I'm going to go back over here and see if I have some other small pieces. Pull out all the coffee dyed papers that are in here. These are just scraps, bits and pieces. Most of them are altered paper. There's a couple book pages in there, but most of them are altered paper. Now there's a piece of scrapbook paper that I cut something out of to use.
I gotta find more here.
The Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, Patricia's still laughing about the Bermuda Triangle. What? Do you have one too?
Bermuda craft table.
Yeah. Do you have a Bermuda Triangle too? I have a Bermuda craft table. Yeah, my desk. And funny, the bigger it gets, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The
more, yeah.
The more room, the more things there are to bring over to disappear. Okay, I didn't set it under that. Oh,
so what I'm picking out here is stuff that I feel like is the first layer because I don't want to, I want to use these ones that I would maybe even take this book to my gel plate and print on top of these. So where I feel like they need more, that's my plan.
Yeah, that would be the entire side that Patricia inhabits.
Yeah.
She's the messy artistic crafter, and Mariah is the logical, organized crafter.
I'm the more
Mariah,
messy.
I was looking in your shop and I saw all the cards. Did you make the cards? Curious about that. I'll do this. I'm just going to turn this little square right here into a double pocket. And you don't even need to use your bone folder. You can just fold it because it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be a crisp fold. I just need to know where to put, not bone folder. I meant you don't even need to use your scoreboard. Just need to know where to put the glue. But while it's doubled over, I will cut it. Just ordered a grabby pole thing so I can recover all the stuff that ends up on the floor. I'm always losing stuff. Yeah, me too, Laura. And if you go to the local hardware mechanics store, they have those long telescoping metal things that have a magnet on the end. And they're awesome because anything magnetic that falls like a die, you can just pull that little telescope out and reach down with that long pole. It's awesome.
I'm going to try to go back to my early days from early gel printing here too.
Okay.
That I can find like stuff I haven't seen for a year.
Cool. Yeah, I've got a bunch of that too. I totally forgot about it. We did it so long ago.
Some of it, whatever's on cardstock, I'm not using in this book because I'd rather
That's too thick.
save that stuff. Yeah.
For something that needs the thickness added.
Yeah. So these are all my pretty much fails that I'm using here. Or
They're great. They're great for layering collage.
Yeah, splat papers. Ooh, I love these splat papers from my splat box.
Nice. Laura, my grabby thing has a magnet too, but it's got that big claw mouth thing on the end. Yeah, sometimes I just need to get in a little tiny space with the little skinny tiny magnet thing. That's what the guys use to get the nuts and bolts when they drop them down inside a car. That's how that came about. The need.
Bill
They'll drop,
has
a nut or a bolt down in a car and can't get it, so they have to stick that down there, magnetized.
Yeah, it's in his toolbox.
Yep. All right. I can't decide if I just want to go on and make some more and decorate these when I use them, or if I want to decorate them right now. Like something, let's see. And you know what really drives me crazy is when I have something in my hand like this morning, and I think, oh, okay, I'll remember where this is tonight because I just had it in my hand this morning. And now, do you think I can remember where it is?
No.
Of course not.
In general, no.
In general, always no.
Yeah.
Let's put a piece of lace.
Just looking for
center like that. Let's get some.
Some of these I just want to, that's roll off papers. I could do a whole book on just roll off papers and splat pages, honestly. Yeah, maybe I see a whole stack of them here on pins.
Yep. Suzanne, you have one of those grabbers, like, when you have hip surgery or something and they tell you not to break a 90-degree angle and you got to get one of those grabbers.
Put a magnet on it.
Oh, they have magnet. They come with a magnet on them. She didn't realize it.
I have a magnet thing. I don't have a grabber thing. Okay. That's enough to start.
Little Fabri-Tac, little piece of lace down the center.
Oh no. I just dumped a whole bin of little bits of paper through my cart.
Oh no.
A whole bin.
Oh shoot. I'm usually the one that does that. What's happening to you?
Well, I'm not myself right now.
That's true. This is kind of perfect lace for this, just up the middle.
Okay, let's see where we're at here. Splats and roll-offs here. I mean, it doesn't have that many pages, so.
Yeah.
Papers.
So Laura, did you get everything moved? I know you were moving your craft space to somewhere else in the house.
That's cool.
First one from rehab after you broke your neck. Yep, that's sounds about right.
I have another splat page here. I should probably look in my splat box, huh?
I know we've done things to use up scraps before, but I've got so many. I found myself recently thinking of all kinds of new ways to use up scraps.
We did a month on scraps.
We did.
Scraps. I know that our next All About, that's going to be scrap nights. So, I mean, that's not what it's called, but we can use scraps for those also.
Yeah, I feel like we could do another couple of months on scraps and still have plenty of ideas.
Always. I think we would always be able to do that because we're always
Yeah.
making more. So
I mean, just mean new ideas of ways to use them because, yeah, we'll never be without scraps. That would be the day. That would be the day your husband got into your craft room and cleaned for you. All the scraps are gone. All the scraps are gone. And the sky is gray.
I got that immediately.
Yeah, I knew you would. Okay.
So I have a show I don't know if I told you about that I buried myself in because it just makes me feel better. It's so well written and it's so amazing. And you get so emotionally invested in it and you don't realize that you're going to because it's just so awesome. And it's called Offspring and they added it to Netflix. It's an Australian show like This Is Us, kind of a drama. But it's very quirky too, and I crave it constantly, like lately, last week or so, because it's. And I go through phases where I don't watch any TV, and then phases where I need TV. I need it to escape, really, right now. So I don't know. It's well worth watching and addicting, and you end up loving the characters. And
I'll have to check it out. Hi, Christy. Good to see you, even for a little bit. Oh yeah, Glennis is going to visit Laura in a couple weeks, so they'll be doing some scrapping and scrap busting and scrap exchanging. Mariah, scrap swaps. We've done scrap swaps where we made
scrap stacks.
Scrap stacks and did that. Is that what you're talking about? And make collabs. Tell us a little bit more about that. How do you do those? What do you?
We need to get with them about the collaboration project that they posted.
Oh, she put the details in there. So just go back into that event. She put the details in there.
Yeah.
So that's good to go. Yeah, but I'm curious how you do collabs around scraps. That sounds fun. Sharon, I just sent you a private message. Not a private message. I sent you a text a bit ago.
Oh, you did?
Elizabeth keeps growing. Sister sent the other two. Okay. Oh, my mouth is so dry today, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, that was our only swap that we've ever done is our scrap stacks because we did it for our anniversary. It was fun. It was nice to make the stack.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Like put a dent in stuff.
I don't know. This looks fun. Why not, right? I'm just going to put this right up the...
I'm using the wrong one here. It's the one I refilled with, and I'm not happy with it.
One
I refilled with the big container because my thing was empty, and I reordered and thought it was okay with that other one, and I talked about it a lot. But if it's not this, it's not perfect. The Crafters Workshop Gel Medium is the best, quickest. I mean, like no wrinkles. It's perfect. I'm never disappointed with this stuff.
Send a bag or an envelope full of some of our scraps, and the other person or person sends us theirs. We then make some with each other's scraps and video the process. Oh, that sounds fun.
That would be fun. I got lots of those.
Julie, my problem started when I bought 2 big bags of lovely looking scraps from a scrapbooking shop. Julie, you make enough of your own scraps.
It's nice to have other scraps that are not, that are different though.
Sending a bag of scraps to someone else, and then making things with them, that would be a lot of fun.
We in our swap, we had an unfinished project was one of them, like something that's sitting in your bin that hasn't been finished yet, or that you started specifically for that sister so that they could finish it and see how they went about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. That was really fun, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think people understood that though when we came up with that, and anybody that missed the live didn't know that that's what we were. That was one of the items. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
And we would all finish a project differently. So,
Yeah.
like when you get stuck on it, that was kind of what we were thinking.
It's stuck
Where
to my finger.
just sick of looking at it, or really stuck, you know.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
I want my microcore tape right here.
Okay. I might just leave them like that and not decorate them further until I know exactly where they're going to be used. This one, it's not long enough to go down there. It's not long enough to go across there. Go to the scraps first when making something out. Yep, definitely. Scraps would be fun. There's some pieces that have been in my pile for a very long time. Yep. Could do a scrap swap with Christmas colors or patterns. Ah, it's fun to play with other people's scraps. Yes. I've seen that with a use 5 things challenge, but never with a scrap pile. That's a great idea. Yes, I agree with that. Oh, Sharon, did you see my text on your phone?
I haven't. Yeah, just a sec, I will.
Here's an idea from Suzanne, Sharon.
Uh-huh.
Everybody send one scrap to you and me, and then see what we create. That would be fun, actually. We would do that.
Okay, say it again. I'm sorry, I was reading.
Everybody send one scrap to you and me, and then they can see what we create with their collaboration of scraps.
Yeah, but then would we be required to use 200 different patterns in one project? Or
well, I don't think there'd be 200 people participating. But
no, that was an example.
However many people, they would send one scrap.
Yeah.
So yeah. We could use it. Would probably be like a tell us what to do. We could use anything else that we want, but we would need to use those
for a collage with them. Well. That would be really cool. Happy paper collage.
Yeah, pick out one of your favorite, even a favorite altered paper or a favorite piece of paper that you have. Send a scrap, and we make a collage with it. And then we can scan them in so everybody can print them out. The happy paper people collage boards.
Yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah.
Especially
yeah. So, do we want to tell them what September's all about?
Go ahead. I'm kind of not feeling.
September's all about. Wait a minute. All right, hang on a minute. I got to go over there and get some more. We can't yet. I always do this to you, you know, guys. I start to tell you and then have to wait because I got to go get something because we're just teasing you. That's why. I got to go over here and get some more paper clips.
Marianne's a big tease, guys. That's it.
Oh, I will leave that comment
right now.
Paper clips. Paper clips. Although I thought. Let's see. All right, I want some of these.
Because I have more.
And I will use colored. Oh, you know what? I have a question for everybody. How many unfinished projects do you think you have sitting around your room? Sharon and I were talking about all the things we have unfinished that we need to get to.
I have a bucket. Like a big.
Yeah, I'd like to know from everybody about how many unfinished projects do you think you have sitting around? Oh, this will work. This will work. Okay. Did it show up in the chat by the time I get back here to the desk?
Huh.
Okay. Oops, didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay. Hi, Tina. Never get the time right. Tina, on Saturday night, it's always 6 o'clock Mountain Time. It's always 6 o'clock my time. So you're Central Time, right, Tina? If I remember right. So it's always 7 o'clock your time if you're Central. Suze has 100. Seriously?
She's guessing. I'm sure she didn't.
Let's see.
I have a whole bucket full, so
100. Yeah. Haven't counted them. Do you think you have dozens, Julie? Some big, some little, just a bunch. Laura has very few. She gets hyper focused on her current journal until it's done. Oh,
you better make them.
Christy, way too many. I'll start on a card and get stumped and then start on another one. Yep. Laura, 4 or 5 ephemera pieces, then one altar booklet. Mm-hmm. 10 a.m. Sunday, Julie's 10. That's right.
That's where I get it. If I get really tired or I have to leave.
And use some of your altered papers on it tonight. Are they the only ones that have any unfinished projects sitting around? Glennis has less than 5. Patricia has many. She doesn't like to talk about it. Mariah, she doesn't. She must finish things. The Shibori journal was the only one recently that went long. Interesting. Julie, not dozens, but a lot. Okay. All right. So I think that's everybody that answered there. I'm going back just to see if there was something that I missed while I walked. Walked a wow. If everybody sent a scrap to us, I would be willing to use it, Sharon. Wouldn't you? I think it'd be fun to collage with it and create a Happy Paper People masterboard that everybody can use.
Sure. We would have to make some parameters, like it would have to be, smaller than so big.
Doesn't matter because we can just tear a piece off to use it how we want.
We're opening ourselves up to a whole bin of new scraps for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. We'll send them back to them. Laura sets up her area so she only has stuff in reach for her current project. So that's a lot more effective. When she has to switch, when she's going to switch to a different thing, she has to change everything there. So that helps her to finish a project. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. All right. Well, then some of you will be happy to know that are all about for September. My camera looks wonky. Sorry, I'm just going to play with it for a minute. Are all about for September. Maybe it's not going to make a difference. September is going to be all about finishing all the unfinished projects.
So we can start fresh for the holiday season.
Yes. And it might take me all fall to finish all the unfinished projects, but then we can start the new year with everything finished and make some new things and not keep feeling guilty like we got to go back and finish all the old things, right?
Well, I'm thinking for me, like I'll try to finish them or finish most of them before I do any sort of holiday pre. Or, maybe I don't know. I don't do as much Christmas crafting as the rest of you, but it's not really something I do a lot of. But I mean, I might make Christmas cards, or I might make wreaths or stuff like that. But I don't necessarily do Christmas journals or anything.
I might do a Christmas journal this year. I haven't done one. Okay, so doing these paper clips, they literally take the smallest of small scraps that you just don't want to throw away, like this. I love this metallic copper paint on brown packing paper. I love that, and I'm not going to throw it away, but I'll make a paper clip out of it. That'll be pretty. So this will be perfect. Oh, there's more metallic. Um, might end up with a whole bunch of metallic ones. You can see that I hate throwing that paper away. It does need to be like regular paper, or at least the paper that will bend fairly well to go around the paper clips. Oh, that was some good. I'll have to check those out for size. Let's see. Those two are good. That one's a little thick.
The most what I'm reaching for here is roll-offs. So, or like where I cleaned up my plate or whatever, for whatever reason.
Those are great pages. I like those.
Yeah.
The unintentional pages.
My splat pages. Yeah.
Ooh, that copper would make a pretty one. Keep that in mind. Yeah? Did you find it? Okay.
We could also make a book with if we have parameters on the scraps that they have to be a certain, their own altered paper, and they have to be a certain size.
You know what? We could use scraps to make an art journal.
Exactly, a happy paper people book.
Yeah,
would be fun.
But everybody could make their own art journal with their own scraps, and then we could do things on top of the scraps as well.
Well, that's what I'm doing here. This is an art journal, and you guys, these books you can pick up for $1 at the thrift store. I'm sure Mariah, Izzy might have some of these left over. She's at the right age for these kind of books.
This would make pretty. Ooh, some of these are going to make really pretty ones.
Or your grandkid, or somebody might have some sitting around, but generally, I think
at some of our thrift stores, the kids' books will be 69 cents.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Yeah, pick up a couple of those, or just take any regular book that you want to alter and turn it into an art journal and tear out a lot of pages, fill it full of scraps.
Yeah,
I think that sounds like a great idea. Let the scraps become the base for each of the pages.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Each one will be my very first, layer. So I'll let the paint on the page decide, and inspire my art journal. Each page.
Okay. So.
Or if I have something I want to do and there's a page I just absolutely hate, then I can even just gesso over it. It's just, these are slicky, and it was easier to, when I tried to paint it, it worked, but it needed a couple coats because it's a really slicky, bright surface. And so it's easier to go ahead and go with the paper glue down.
Laura is asking, is that yes paste or something else?
No, it is the Crafters Workshop gel medium, and it is my favorite gel medium for doing things like this with. It's usually very smooth. Of course, I'm putting it on with a card, so I'm not putting it on as smooth as it could be.
Well, that's okay. You can always make it as smooth or not smooth as you want.
Yeah. There are fewer wrinkles with this, though. I guess what I'm saying. Lots fewer wrinkles.
Okay. So I've got a whole bin of strips. I love strips. Strips are great. You can do so many things with them. Looking for one that kind of has the end here. So I have 2 pink paper clips. I'm going to use it to make an altered paper clip with this one. That is almost just a little too wide. So I'm going to put it right there because I want this dark pink. I'm just putting it on, but this is not how it's going to stay, just to give me size. But I want that dark pink to be there. So I'm going
Yes
to flip it
Paste has
over.
been on my list a while. I was just thinking of
What is
that.
Yes Paste?
It's wallpaper paste.
Oh, huh. I've never used it.
And it's got a texture like this. Sorry, I was just thinking.
No, that's okay. So I just cut that to be that width. And then I'm going to fold the other side.
I've got goobers here that I want to get rid of.
I have Fabri-Tac goobers on my fingers.
I do too. I just don't
I hate that.
I don't want it to fall off on my thing.
And then I'm going to cut that one too.
No one eating my garbage anymore.
So you guys are like not even going to believe how easy these are. Okay. And there's my, so I just have it folded in thirds, right? And I could use a little piece of double-sided tape right there. So it's really quick adhesive. But since art glitter glue is super quick adhesive, I'm going to use just a tiny row of art glitter glue right there. But if you don't have art glitter glue or something that adheres immediately, little bit of double-sided tape would be great right there. Just squish it together so that holds. I will stick a paper clip down in it just to make sure I didn't glue it together.
I even thought about spray painting this book. Would have worked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do the same on this one.
Spray paint.
Yeah, that's true. Give you a good base of whatever colors you wanted.
Because it's so heavy, it could handle it.
There we go. Make sure I didn't glue it down. And I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to set those two there because I want those two to go on those pink ones. And I'll set the pink aside. Let me grab, I like this blue. This is one of my favorites. I should be able to get at least two out of this one.
God, I'm making a mess. Boogers.
Okay. I'm just going to trim the edge to make it a little straighter so I can use as much right up to the edge as I can. I don't want to waste any of it because I really, really like it. Actually, I did that backwards because it needs to be go over the wide part. Okay, there we go. There's one side. I'm going to fold the other side. Then I'm going to cut it. Okay. And let's see if I can get one more out of it.
It's like a quilt.
I think I can. I think I can.
My board book. You mean this bug book that I'm working on? It's a kid's book, and it's like heavy duty.
Yeah, each page is a board.
Well, and I wanted it because I thought it could handle a lot of weight for paint and stuff. Whatever I wanted to throw at it, as far as flat mediums, mostly flat mediums. So it'll be an archer. I'm going to dry this real quick so I can fold the page back.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that little torn edge there. I kind of like that. And let me see how long that is. I'm going to leave that torn edge on the bottom too because I kind of like that. Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh. Don't get caught. Don't care. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to glue this one.
I've got this under my desk, so it's less loud.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. And one little strip here. Ah, where did I drop? Oh, there we go. Black texture paste, making a horrible mess.
Yeah. Black gesso does too, in my opinion. I always get it everywhere. Now my finger.
I just got my first jar of black gesso. I've never had black gesso. I've always only had white. So I'm kind of anxious to use it. Okay. So this is the side that I folded and glued it down. You could make that the front if you wanted to, but typically put it in and put the small flap over that. That's the back. It's going to be the back where it would be clipped onto something. And I want a little bit of the top showing and a little bit of the bottom showing. And let me get a few crappies out of the way there. There's another one. That's the back. So I'm going to come back here, put the short end on the back. Okay, that one is almost too long. Not quite. Almost. I can see a tiny bit of it peeking out, so that'll be okay. Let's put the two pink ones on. I kind of like the torn look better than the nice straight look.
So I'm going to go, when I'm done doing this, when I'm done gluing this first layer down on this book later, I will go with heavy sandpaper around all the edges. I'm kind of trimming it out of my way, but I'm going to be sanding the edges so they're perfect, making sure everything is completely stuck. Oh my gosh, I have to get this glue off. And, you know, then I'll even maybe sand off some of the paint or some, you know, bits of paper here and there. Or, so where I like it, I'll, you know, obviously not mess with it, and I'll add paint or any medium.
Okay, got those. Let's get some.
Try some new things, even some new texture experiments, perhaps.
That's
or use my sprays and some stencils, perhaps.
Nothing better than experimenting.
Yeah, I love the experimenting.
I could spend all day just trying things.
Yeah.
That would be the best.
My hands. Oh, it's gross. Gross, gross, gross. I get little bits of glue everywhere right now. Yeah. I should see all my empty drawers. It's amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Ready for stuff to be put in them.
Yeah, that didn't work, did it?
Okay.
I need to take out some empty containers because I have too many right now. I mean, that's a bonus, right?
Yeah.
It's really a bonus.
Yeah, I have too many containers. I like containers. I like all the stuff I put in containers.
What's embossing enamel? Yes, it's for toddlers. It's a toddler book. Julie said she's very impressed with how well the embossing enamel works with the gesso. You mean embossing powder? Is that what you're referring to?
Well, maybe one brand has it. It calls it their embossing enamel. Maybe it's like Tim Holtz has embossing glaze, and there's a embossing enamel. Tell us about that, Julie.
Yeah, please.
We're not familiar with that.
I'm gonna do something different.
Tell us something more. That made me sing, tell me something good. That you love me. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there's a copper one. It's a little bit long. Just tear it right there. Let's see if that works. That'll work just fine. All right, so a little bit of glitter glue on that one. Oops.
Were we going to tell them what the all about is?
I did.
Oh, you
I
did?
did.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did I miss that?
I told him,
was like
you
crying?
just forgot. No, you just forgot. You responded. You were talking about it.
I forgot.
Yeah, you just forgot.
I have a lot on
it's
my
all right. You're allowed right now. Yep.
Yeah.
September is going to be all about finishing unfinished projects. So this weekend,
Get out those files.
Start gathering together. Start gathering together all the unfinished things. Even make a list of what you have that's unfinished so that you can finish them, check them off.
So what should happen here is people should be posting pictures of things that they've had partially done, so they'll actually feel like they got more done this month and got a bunch of stuff out of the way.
You can get twice as many done because you only have to do half of it, right?
Yeah.
We will have a few surprises coming about unfinished projects, so don't think, oh, I know, whatever, not going to do it because,
We always have surprises.
We will have a few surprises coming with unfinished projects, but you always have to play. You always have to play to win.
Play to win. Yeah.
You always have to play the game, the Happy Paper People game, to win the prizes or surprises. Let's see here.
We're also going to be having a fundraiser coming up, so keep that in mind, guys.
We'll be telling you about that soon. So we'll be giving you details about that soon.
So you know.
Let's see. That's the wrong side. So has anybody done paper clips like this before? I mean, surely this isn't the
try something different here.
Yeah, it's the first time I've made them like this, but surely this isn't the first you've seen them. So
what are you doing? Show me.
Making paper clips.
With the paper wrapped around it. Yeah.
Just with leftover scraps. Literally, they're scraps, but I don't want to throw them away because they're some of my favorite papers. And then I'm going to decorate them and put danglies from them. And
large boho paper beads are good for your.
Oh yeah.
But large ones where you roll them up but you cut the triangle a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And then do all the boho things to it where normally it's like fabric underneath or other, like book pages or whatever. Do them as a paper, rolled paper bead base.
Right. Well, I kind of screwed that one up trying to tear it all together. We need to do
beads one month. Like, anything, all the beaded things.
Just beads.
Not making jewelry per se, but making.
No, but we could
boho beads.
We could make boho beads.
Right.
And we could show how to use beads in making like these dangles or other things that you want to use beads in, even if you don't want to make jewelry, but you like the look of a bead here and there.
Or making jewelry, even.
If people are interested in that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. What if one of the things is organizing the studio? We're working on that one as well.
I am right now. Yeah.
That is an unfinished project that we're trying to work on.
Brush this time.
Patricia and Mariah must go. Looking great. We'll look for the finished pieces in the group.
Oh,
y'all.
perfect.
Yeah, they all
you.
always have to finish up some things before tomorrow morning. Their live
Thank
is
you for
tomorrow
hanging
morning
out.
at 10 Central Time.
Something different here. Yeah, we'll see you
We'll
tomorrow.
see you in the morning. Yeah.
Time.
Sure.
Might be a little late.
I plan to be there. Before and after photos are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night, Mariah. Good night, Patricia.
Night.
Thanks for hanging out with us for a while. Good to see you guys. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, thank you. See you soon.
Okay. And this one is rice paper.
I'm making a big old mess with that card, so I'm going to use my little spatula instead. I've got a set of these and I never use them. I forget about them.
So you have this strip of paper, guys, and you're looking at it and you're thinking, I'm going to make some altered paper clips with it, right? You'd line them up like this and you'd roll them over, right? And that might work because actually this one happens to be the exact width. That's not very common. It's not usually the exact width that I would need for the paper clip. So I might end up, cutting a little bit off. But I'm also looking at what if I went this way? Because if I went this way, is that just probably just the exact amount to fold into thirds? It is. It's the exact amount to fold into thirds to do a paper clip there. So if I did that, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get 3 out of it, basically. If I do it this way, if I do it that, I can tear the top and bottom. If I do it this way, it's already cut nicely, and I'm really liking the torn look. There's 1, 2, 1. Oops, I think I didn't do the third one. 3. Yeah, I guess I'd get 3. So I'd get about the same now that I've creased the paper, but I can tear the paper to be how I would like. And that's the part that I really like. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say I want it to be right about there. And that's the good length. Then the next one would be about the same. And I really love that paper on the last one. I might, should have left that together. I could have done a jumbo paper clip with it. So now if I fold this into thirds, I don't even need to put the paper clip back in because I know it's the right width. So I just fold it into thirds, or close enough. Now all I can think about is everything that I have to do still, and this year has flown by. I know, this year really, really has flown by.
Great time for us to do that then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Project.
Yeah, and the thing about unfinished projects is they weigh on your mind.
They do.
Because you keep thinking, I need to get back to that. I need to get that done. I've got to get, and if you don't, they just weigh on your mind. That ended up being too long. How is it too long? So, yeah, I really need to do that. It's still a little too long. How did that get so long? I didn't think
I have so much stuff to sort myself. Yeah. I'm sure I have unfinished projects in the that I need to
unfinished projects that you've forgotten about.
Yeah. Well, it's those colorful bins that are like they're like printer paper, like eight
Oh,
and a half
yeah.
by 11 size that have the
Mhm.
lids that I got.
Mhm.
Those were
Mhm.
the first ones I had, and I put like stuff in them way back when, and I'm sure that there's projects,
Right.
and none of them are full. They're
Right.
just, I've got 5
Yeah.
of them. They're annoying.
Sure. Well, yeah, as I was sorting some stuff, I found a couple projects that were unfinished that I had forgotten about. And I went, oh boy, add them to the list.
Yeah.
Okay, that one will work.
Come on.
I'll glue this one down.
I usually enjoy gluing things, and I'm not enjoying this gluing process today.
Really?
Yeah, normally it's like sometimes
Gluing
it's
is, yeah. Gluing's usually a favorite.
yeah. It's just, I have glue on my fingers and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's
Candy?
bugging me today. Some days we do and some days we don't, I guess.
Do you have any baby wipes handy?
I do. I did that, but then
Will
it just
help.
pulled it up.
Just came right back.
Yeah. And now I'm on it again. So
All right, let's see.
I might even take the sander to the edges, like the
Ooh.
electric. Might make it a whole lot quicker and easier. Might be able to just do it all at once, like with the book closed.
Uh-huh.
It's a very good possibility.
I was looking for, let's see.
Well, and in that unfinished project, we might be doing new projects from start to finish if it's like a journal or I know we need to work on our Georgian journals together.
Yeah, Glennis's dressmaker's lookbook is unfinished.
Yes.
Mine is too, Glennis.
Me
Mine is too.
And that's okay. I don't mind taking a while to do a project. What I mind is having it sit
Never
for
getting back to
long and making another project that needs done.
Right.
That's what bugs me, really.
Where did I put? I know in here I've got some other.
So I'm going to let this dry for a second, and I'm going to go wash my hands, and I'm going to pop outside real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Sounds good.
I'm going to go see if I can grab the sander. See how, or at least some heavy duty sandpaper, just to get the bulk of it out of my way.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, even if we put a big dent in our unfinished projects, that would be great. Hi, Margot. Good to see you. Okay. I wanted some just regular metal, but bigger. I know I've got a bunch sitting. Oh, wait a minute. What's this one? This one might work. Let's see, that would be, that would look cool with this metallic paper, this gold paper clip. That's exactly what I want. Hopefully, this paper should be just about wide enough. Probably just barely, but don't need any extra or I'd end up having to cut it off anyway. Right? There we go. Look at that. We're perfect. It's perfect. It's exactly what I want. Okay. We'll glue that side down. Oh, I didn't put the glue down far enough. Well, that was not brilliant. Let's see if I can pull it back. See if I can pull it back. Now it's folded crooked. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. It's only paper. Okay. Perfect. All right, those two should stay together. Small end will go behind. I love that metallic paper. I really like using metallics on the gel plate. It's just one of my very favorite things. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. All right, so now I got myself a whole mess of what are they? Paper clips here. Let me see if I can move a little bit of that mess out of the way. There's a couple other little things sitting here that I'm thinking might. I mean, seriously, a little tiny scrap, I would probably throw that away. It's not like it's a favorite piece of paper and it's just there and I don't have a bunch more of it, but it's the exact right size for a paper clip. So I'll use it, and it can be used in any journal that yellows and greens and pinks and tans all go with. So, okay, I'm gonna stop here a second so that I can decorate some of them. There's a little red one. So let me do this on the red. Okay, let's see. We'll get some red and some yellow. You can even place it on it. I know I'm going to have to cut some of it off, so I'll place it on it to get some color, whatever color I want on the paper there. And just trim that up a bit. Okay. And then trim that one up a bit. Slip that off. Glue that down. There's another. I did some hidden paper clips. Was it last week? I don't know. I did some, but there's another easy, fun way to make a whole bunch of quick hidden paper clips that are super easy to do and use up a lot of these kinds of things too. If you have a bunch of scraps that you want to bust through. But this is for those teeny tiny ones that you just can't bear to throw away because you love the paper. Or you've got little odds and end bits from things that you made, some other embellishments or die cuts or something, and you want to make some that match your journal. You can use those odds and end bits to make these so they match, the colors match throughout your journal. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Last preseason game. Let's see. Eating popcorn, watching the Seahawks. Sounds like fun. Mostly here. Laura's mostly here. That's okay, Laura. We'll take any part of you that we can get. Okay, so I was looking to see if there's any that are really big enough. Ooh, what would this copper look like on a black one like that? What if and what do you think of that? Black paper clip and the copper paper. I would like it a little bit taller. So what if I went this direction? It's fatter down here. I'll bet I can cut it strategically and make this into thirds. Make that work. Yep. I think I can.
got sandpaper.
Oh.
Silly.
Mhm.
I went down, went potty, let Mayhem out, washed my hands, scrubbed them really good, and forgot my sandpaper.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
happens. It's
Okay, so that's better. That's better. That's going to work perfectly. Okay, but I don't like that bottom being quite as neat as that. So let me tear it a little bit rougher. Okay, so let's see here. Debbie popped in to say hi. Tonight is the last preseason Seahawks game, and she watches all the Seahawks with her dad. So she's got a date with her dad. That's why she hasn't been here. This will be the third Saturday she's been with him, but tonight's the last preseason, and then the season games aren't on Saturday.
Oh no!
So she'll be back after, next week. But she just popped in to say hi. Julie, did you say that Margie's buffering really bad? And so
I think, I read that from earlier.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
It's having her in. She's had a lot of buffering lately, it seems.
I put it over in front of the AC to do a little drying.
That looks like a coin holder, doesn't it? Like a penny sleeve. Okay, so now I got a copper one on a black paper clip.
I think now what I'm going to do is cut
on the
up
jumbo
some of this other stuff.
paper clip.
Today.
Oh, you did?
With
I need to do die cuts.
With just splat pages and gel prints and
cool.
my spray wallpaper.
Guys, what Sharon's saying, that is a really great way to use your altered paper. You may not love how the paper looks, but you like the colors. That's why you chose to use them. And if you cut out things, die cut things with them, you're going to love the die cuts. So that's a really good idea she's sharing.
I even made some frames. I thought if I do a quote book, which I was planning on doing a quote book, I'm going to find some more of those children's books, I think, because I like the idea of using those. Because you're not committed to 365 pages. You're not very long, and they're a great way to have a theme and have your altered painted papers, But what I did was I did a lot of these shapes too. And I thought with the quote book, I'm going to use a different one of these on each page and put the quote on them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Quote inside of them.
Quote in them,
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I do a white one that's a little bit smaller, or this one is embossed with texture paste through a stencil, and it's thicker, and it was great to run through it's on a Ritz cracker box.
Yeah.
But it's great to put through the embossing machine, and then you have a textured shape. There's a lot of marbled pages in here. I did a lot of little bits. Got these pine cones that I have never built. It's a new Tim Holtz. I did a bunch of trees and stuff, thinking, okay, I could do an autumn book or a seasonal book and use these ones, the trees and the pine cones, and it just will be fun.
Yeah. And another thing, when you say you do that and you die cut a bunch of things out, and then you're left with bits and pieces like this of paper that you love the colors, even though you didn't like the design, you can take those and take tags. That's not a tag. Here's a tag. Just take tags, like these are already wrinkled and distressed, but just a regular tag. Cut one out. Oh, here's a whole bunch of them like this. These are old old files, and they're just cut into whatever shapes based on what I could get out of them. And so I can just cut them shorter if I want, make them into tags, and then you can collage with those little bits on them, and they'll be great colors that you love that will coordinate with other things that you did of the same colors. You just may not love every print you got. Or little teeny tiny tags like this. I get these when there's a certain thrift store, they have these on everything. And they put a million staples in them. I hate that, but I love the little tags. So I take time to get all their little staples out so that I can use that little tag.
That was the other thing I was going to do with some packaging with cover, because I've got a whole box of packaging. One of the 12 by 12 containers, I throw those in, and great way to use those thinner gel prints also on those to get a base on there that's not to cover up the packaging. Great, thicker way to cover it. Could take lots of paint, or it could take, you just glue down one of your gel prints to start it. And then the skeletons, of course. I thought would be fun to go over gel prints, other gel prints, like these are already.
Altering the altered paper.
Yeah.
I actually have some skeletons sitting here because I thought if I pull out the gel plate, I'm going to use some skeletons and alter the altered paper. Next time we do gel plates, I want to do.
I think we need to do that.
Like three or four layer prints, showing how you can get something absolutely completely different. I don't think I've done that. Kind of stop before I get there. All right, so I've got these.
All right, let me
move the rest of these. Okay, I'm gonna run out and fill up my water real fast.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
It's fun to, sorry, I'm yawning, guys. I haven't been sleeping good. It's fun to find the best parts of the moments in your gel pages or altered papers and cut those out. Like, I'll cut that up now. Cut out the shapes and the parts that you like to have tag bases or pockets or envelopes or bags. So I thought I would cut these up. These are on a thick silver, it's vellum, I believe, but it's like very non-porous, thicker than what I think of vellum. There might be a name for this kind of paper. I'm not really sure. You guys probably know, all you paper crafters. Hey, Gigi. So I'm going to, I could run this over to my paper cutter, but M's out, so I'll just do it this way. Suze, I actually added one to my Facebook profile because I got a bigger one and I'm selling my smaller one for way less. If you private message me about it and you want to work something out, we can. It's the embossing. It says it only embosses, but all you have to have is another plate. They're built exactly the same. It's the same roller, the same handle, all of that. I don't know why they say they're only for embossing, because they're not. I actually made extra shims with a Dollar Tree placemat that was worn out, and it works really well. So I'm going to cut this into like postcard sizes here. And so I have a postcard, and then I'll have a tag, and then I'll decorate one of them. I love using these for backgrounds with something that's really, I mean, because they're so almost organic. They're not perfect because they came off the gel plate, and I love using them with something that is and unexpected. It's that opposite thing that I like to do so much. I'm not sure how glue works on this paper. This paper was given to me by Mom in a bunch of scrapbook paper that she brought over. So we'll see. It might be vellum-esque and need double-sided tape. We'll find out. I'm going to leave that one just the way it is and turn it into like a postcard, I think. These would make a great little book cover. But that's straight. Cut it real straight, didn't I? Matt Gulp. Oh, Margot. Are you saying Margot? Hi, Margot.
Okay. Take a minute and take care of the patient.
Oh, yeah. How's he doing?
He's okay.
Yeah.
Men aren't very good patients, you know.
No.
He's in a lot of pain, and not a lot you can do for it.
No, there's not. What are they? What is their plan? I mean, is it just have to heal?
Well, I don't know. He just went to the ER. He's got to see an orthopedist he's got to call Monday to get in. See how quickly they can get him in. Yeah. That's the hardest part, is how quickly can they get him in.
Yeah.
Okay. We may want to consider ending at 9 tonight. Hi, Gigi.
So I decided to cut a few of these up that were ready to be trimmed out. Do you know what this paper is called? It feels like vellum, but it's silver and it's thicker than vellum. It's not see-through. It's like plasticky. Do you know if there's a name for it?
Well, like that gold vellum that you sent me, it's not really see-through, is it?
That's more see-through. This is like really solid paper, but it's not. I don't think it. Yeah, it does tear. It tears. Tears like paper. It might just be a silver coated sort of deal. I'm not sure.
Julie, Doug was playing with Lucy and hyperextended his knee and tore his ACL and chipped a little bit of bone off as he tore the ligament. So yeah, we spent today at the ER with him. Not fun, but I will say it's nice that for once it isn't me. That's not meant to be. I'm glad he's injured by any means, but I'm usually the one, so I am really glad that I'm not the one. Okay, I'm turning all of these to make sure that I've got the top at the top and the bottom at the bottom, so if I start decorating them, they're not upside down.
I don't think it's Tyvek.
Because that makes a huge difference. I don't think it's Tyvek either. It wouldn't have torn like that easily.
Yeah, Tyvek does not tear.
So, yeah. The worst part, though, is because of what he does for work, he won't be able to go to work. So I don't know. We got to wait and see an orthopedist and see what's going on, or what,
That's hard.
They'll have to do an MRI, and yeah, that's really tough.
So I got something really cool today.
Did you?
And I'm going to be adding them to the next sale, but they came finally today.
Oh, cool.
They are, hold on. I'll show you. They're so neat. What did I do with them?
Hi, Gigi. Yeah, Doug hobbled in here a little earlier, being careful not to trip, and said hi to everybody. But
I don't know what what I did with them. They're fretters that go in the holes. There's 2 ends on it. What did I? Oh, right here. They are these, and they are so it fits in the hole to put a ribbon through.
Oh, cool.
Or to pull like you would thread it through, and then whatever, like your sorry,
like an umbrella. How cute! And the other end is for thread
for needles.
Through a needle.
And there's a hole in it so that you can put them on a ring.
Nice.
They're just so cool. They're perfect for what we do.
Wow.
And I got a whole bunch of them.
Thank you, guys. I will share your sympathy and empathy and well wishes with Doug. It will help him. It will make a difference, you know. Y'all know how it is. It does help to know that somebody cares. Somebody's thinking of you. Okay. Yeah. So what are we going to do with these? This one is on black. These 2, this one's red, and those 2 are pink. This one is gold. And all the rest are on silver paper clips. I'm just kind of grouping them together. These have copper. These have copper. These came from the same paper. Those came from the same paper. Okay. So let's see. I do have some little, ouch, stabbed myself a few times. I will, of course. Yes, Julie, you did. You heard some pain in his voice. He was being more concerned. The reason he hobbled in was to talk to Sharon.
So sweet.
Really condolences. He totally understands. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that story of how he went when he was a child and they had to put his dog down hard. and they wouldn't. All he wanted was to be in there and hold it when they did it, and they would not let him. And that's what traumatized him, is that they wouldn't let him be in there.
Right. Oh.
I know. It's so sad. So he totally understands.
So hard.
I'm surprised they let you be in there with COVID, and that's amazing.
We asked, and we specifically, they were so understanding about it.
Wow, that's so
other
cool.
places are making people sit in their car.
Right now. Well, that's what Margie said. She had to wait in her car.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
That's terrible. You never want your pet to die alone.
Right.
That is the worst feeling, and I'm so sorry for that, Margie.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I would have considered doing it myself before I would have considered that.
Yeah, but I'd have been afraid doing it myself.
Right.
That she might be she might suffer before she goes, and I might, end up causing more. I just wouldn't.
So upsetting. The whole thing.
It's tough. It is very tough.
It's hard enough as it is, but then not being able to be with your loved pet,
right?
It makes it so much worse.
Yes.
And needing to comfort them and let them know that everything's okay, and stressful for sure. I think I need to go to some foil with it's probably just too thin, this paper. So I need to put another piece under it.
Yeah. Well, lots of you have been through this with your pets. Julie knows how knee injuries are. Mm-hmm. Oh. Let's see. I'm thinking this one might. I'm thinking about a couple other things that are here too. What about?
So I'm putting a piece of cardstock underneath there to do this because the envelope is so thin. But these are pockets that I made. I had taken I don't know if this was spraying or what we were doing with these, but I have a stack of envelopes because I always take envelopes out when we do gel prints and stuff. So I just sealed the envelope up, cut it in half. Oh, it's been coffee dyed also, and then sprayed. But I sealed it up, cut it in half, and now I've got 2 pockets or bags or, inserts or however to do it.
Sure.
Do a double.
Gigi, this storm is supposed to hit you in the next 2 days, isn't it?
Boy, we need some rain. What storm? I haven't been watching the news.
Is it Ida? Is it? It's they're talking about it being a Cat 4.
Oh
and
my
it's
gosh.
headed straight for Gigi again. I know.
Oh my gosh. No more. No more, huh?
No more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Ida.
Yeah.
And don't you come back no more. Say it again. Hit the road.
What do you
say? What's that you say? Hit the road, Jack.
My desk is already.
No more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. I think
I'm going to decorate these
I'm going to do something here.
with.
Suzanne, let's see.
So
Did I miss? Suze, when you said charms, is that, or did I miss something else? Do I need to go back farther even?
What's that?
Farther? Suze said, did you see my suggestion? And I'm just wondering if it's where she said charms or if I need to go back even farther than that. Broke both ankles last Halloween and one needed surgery. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Amanda, both ankles is bad.
Yeah.
Bad at the same time. Oh,
that is
a few years ago. Doug broke his ankle, shattered the ankle bone, broke his leg between his ankle and his knee in 3 places. Only one. You breaking both of them? Can only imagine. All right, that hole was too small. I needed to do the large hole.
Okay,
And I got the road jack stuck in my head.
Sorry.
I'm the one that did it.
That was you. That wasn't me.
Yeah, no, it was my own fault. Funny though.
How dare you?
Yeah, really.
I'm going to decorate these, and I'm going to.
Doug. Oh, you're talking about the cream. I did see that, Suze. Thank you. Thank you. That might be one of the ones I have. I actually have several because y'all know I've had both hips and both knees replaced and going the wrong direction. And yeah, there's a good bit of pain in those before you ever get them replaced. Okay, so I took this one on the black paper clip and I put a black eyelet down on the bottom. And from there, I'm going to hang some things. I just got to figure out what I'm going to hang. Okay, it's copper and black. Julie's tea fairy arrived.
What?
Awesome.
He brought her tea.
Yeah, Julie's tea fairy.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm digging through all these die cuts.
Oh, I want to get to that mini journal. Oh, I also want to cover one of these.
Cover for one. That's funny.
One of these specimen slides. I want to cover one of these with altered paper. I pulled that out because I want to do that. There's so many things I want to do with the altered paper.
I know. I'm a little
trying to do everything.
And I have a list in front of me. It's not helping.
Yeah. I didn't even make the list. I didn't even make the list and it's not helping. Because there's just too many things. Focus on one. Maybe I'll decorate a few of these so that you can see how they go. But then I hate leaving projects only partially done.
Well, next month you can finish it.
But I mean on Saturday nights when we, doing several things.
Yeah. It happens
hate leaving
all the
projects
time.
partially done on Saturday night.
We need to sometimes. That's just how
yes, that is true. Either that or not plan to do so much.
I really love the photo paper that I did with the
Oh.
alcohol inks die cut.
Uh-huh.
This
Oh,
is
those
awesome.
would make great die cuts.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah.
It's stiff enough that it's easy to remove too from the, just easy to remove.
Cool.
I'm trying to get the big stuff out of here so I can see.
Okay. Nope. Wrong theme. Forgot what those were. Yeah, Julie's Tea Fairy is handsome, hunky, spunky too. Which surgery was worse, the knee or the hip?
Good
Margot,
question. I think my hip will be next.
Margot, are you up for a hip or knee replacement, or have you had one or the other?
I'm guessing that the hip is going to be worse. That's my guess.
Not necessarily. You know what is the worst joint replacement? The shoulder.
Really?
Where the shoulder is worse than the hip or the knee. And the reason is because the hip and the knee only bend really one way.
Right.
And the shoulder goes kind of 360.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a whole lot more pain and rehab in the shoulder
Really?
than there is in the knee or the hip. Yep. Way worse.
That makes sense. So
yeah. So I've had both hips, both knees. I'm just holding out for no shoulders. That's my goal now. No shoulder replacements.
you haven't had a shoulder replacement?
No, nope. I haven't, and I don't want one.
Who do you know that has had one that told you it's worse?
A bunch of people, but my brother-in-law has had both shoulders and both hips.
Wow.
And one shoulder has had to be redone a couple of times, and one hip has had to be redone several times.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Not fun.
Somebody just ran across the keyboard.
Yeah, Jim had a knee and all the knees replaced because we found. Oh, Gigi, why does he had his knee replaced? Tell me how long ago it was and why. Oh, found out it was done wrong. Oh, that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
That stuff irks me worse than anything is.
Yeah.
Finding out stuff like that.
Wow. Who had it done wrong? I'm sorry.
Her husband, Joe. Yeah,
wow.
That's just angering.
Yeah.
Angering, maddening.
Okay.
Very much so. Margot, just curious, fine. Wonder for future reference. Yeah. Oh, cool. Amanda used the Nuvo drops. So glad. Let me think about that a minute, Margot. Let me think about that a minute. Which was worse, the knee or the hip? All mine went pretty well. And I will say that it is worth taking the time to ferret out the best surgeon in your area, because the surgeon and the techniques he uses make all the difference in the world. I didn't use pain meds on any of mine, either knees or either hips. Either hip.
I cannot imagine.
Partly because, what they all always want to give you is the Percocet, Vicodin, codeine, and all those. Right. And I can't take those. I'm allergic to those. But partly because I didn't need them. I didn't even do a ton of Tylenol or anything.
Huh.
So
well, they weren't very bad, were they?
I think, recovery is lengthy. Rehab is lengthy. It's more, the restrictions and the pain and trying to get it moving again, and strengthening those muscles that they've just cut through, and all of the. I know that I'm a little strange in this area, and I accept that. But they always say, don't go watch it on YouTube, because I'm always asking, what exactly are you going to do to me? And they always say, don't go watch the surgery; it'll freak you out. and then you won't want to have it done because it will
Yeah, I
really
wouldn't be
heal.
able to do that either.
I do. I have to. I need to go watch it. I need to know exactly what they're doing so that later when I have pain, and there is pain, when I have pain, I can
No.
go, okay, I know why there is pain. They just sawed your bone in half with a, radial saw and then
Yeah.
did this and did that and I know exactly what they did and it so the pain makes sense and it also helps me to
So
be
I wouldn't be able to do
patient
that.
to allow myself time to heal because I'm like, all right, it's done. I'm done. Let's get up and go. I should be healed now. It's been a week.
That's crazy talk, girl.
Well, I
That
do know
you-
that's crazy
that you're
talk.
good with watching the surgery beforehand.
Oh no, I was then thinking
What?
that I should
Are
be
you
ready to go
kidding?
so quickly, but I just I'm always kind of impatient that way, and I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that.
So I'm using two different altered papers here because it's an altered envelope, and then I used the altered paper to make the die cut. So
Cool.
fun, right?
Yeah. Good night, Laura. Can't keep her eyes open. Well, don't wreck on the way to bed. Keep your eyes open. Glynis, what are you making tonight? Are you working on altered paper? Is that why we haven't heard much from Glynis? Because she's busy creating with altered paper, I'm going to assume. I know she's getting ready for a trip to see Laura.
That's so fun.
Awfully fun. I know she's been waiting through all of COVID to finally be able to go see her.
Fun.
Yeah. We're just having so many new cases with this variant that I'm afraid to do anything
about it.
Yeah.
So mad. Yeah.
Not slowing down.
Mm-mm.
Nope. You're not doing anything?
Really? That never happens. What's going on?
Amanda took Tuesday as a personal day, so didn't have to give up crafting this week instead of homework for class. Nice, Amanda.
Well, it sounds like you need to take more personal days. Those aren't personal days. Those are sick days, dear. That's not what that is.
Amanda, they call those mental health days.
Well, no, she broke both ankles, didn't she?
No, that was last year.
Oh, that was okay. Never mind. Okay, those are personal days.
Yeah. Those are not personal days. Yeah. Mental health days. There, sometimes we need a mental health day to just to dig into your art journal or something and
just have time for you.
I mean, you have to. It's
for your sanity.
The crap builds up in life and you gotta,
especially lately.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I was gonna put these little rocks on here that are let's see here. These little rocks right here. I was gonna put these little rocks onto the end of this one because they're kind of the copper color. But I think I'm kind of liking this one just by itself. It's a really cool iridescent bead off of a chandelier.
Oh, yeah. I love my chandelier crystals.
Yeah. A bead. It's a crystal. It's an iridescent crystal. But let's see. So maybe I won't put the copper on there, but it does need.
That looks cool.
Oh, that does look cool. I like that a lot.
Very cool. It's two different, completely different. Well, no, it's three because this is the cell from the alcohol ink on white cardstock. So it's like orange with gold.
And then the tree.
Yeah, and then the tree, and then the envelope that I had thrown on the gel plate when we were doing sprays and inks one night. I think that's what that was from. Yeah, and that's very Halloween. It's ready to go. Throw an owl on there, and I'm good.
Glynis, you've almost finished your zombie survival journal.
That's cool.
I know you've got a deadline for that, so better get cracking.
I can't believe you're not baking anything, Glynis. That's a first, really. A first.
Glynis, do you have a fever?
Yeah, what's going on? What is happening with you?
Are you okay? You're not crafting. You're worrying us.
What are you doing? You're just like watching us glue things, like with our papers. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy girl.
It's not. All right. I brought over a punch, didn't I? I thought I brought a punch. This one.
Okay. So this one I want to do different.
Where was that one copper strip?
This
One really cool copper strip. Get this out of the way. Oh, so you are working on something. You're working on the zombie journal. Is that right? Okay. I mean, it's not that you're not crafting. You're working on the zombie journal. And that's okay.
I just had a hard time crafting this week. I couldn't make anything. I tried.
Yeah, I don't blame
I'm
you.
glad to be doing it now. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad to be doing
Sometimes
it.
with your friends, it's a little easier to.
Well, I've been needing to, and I've been
Yeah.
working on the room. Every time I have come in here to make something, I end up organizing something and leaving.
Yeah.
And realizing that I'm mad at myself for organizing something, you know.
And not making something.
Right. Unfortunately. Okay, so this time I think that.
No, that's not what I want. I want that copper. There was a copper strip. You guys remember that copper strip I had when we went through these? There it is. There it is. I want that copper strip. Feels like, I wonder if this is like kind of like what you're asking about, because it kind of feels like plastic, but it's thin paper. The silver one?
You want to see some haul that I got?
Really? Oh, yeah, you do.
Really? Want to see some
I
haul?
forgot.
Yeah, from when Mom was here.
Oh.
Check it out. These, I haven't even opened this pack yet. They're texture plates. They're heavy duty, like for the gel. Well, I don't know what they're for, but
Oh, but you could use them for the gel press.
they are totally textured.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And then these look like spirographs to me, but
Oh, yeah.
flowers. But that's what
cool. No, I bet those were from the original spirograph.
No, they're not. These are actual texture plates for them.
Are you sure?
That's what they're made
Wow.
for. Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. I think I want to put this little copper paper on here. And then I want a word in that copper paper.
Show is in 2 weeks yesterday. Oh, show. Like you're a crafting.
Her zombie. It's like Comic-Con, but for zombies and.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Apocalypse and Walking Dead and stuff like that.
We have, Glennis, we have full on post-apocalyptic costumes that we have made, like really made. Like Bill's is like a motorcycle armor with tires cut down the arm and like layered and bolted on there, and chains. And I made a gas mask with paper mache, and the gas thing that you breathe out of is a heart shape in the front. That's like blood red over book page. And this was before paper crafting that I made this, by the way.
Wow.
And it's got all kinds of tubes and things that hook up, you know, and then I've got a gas, like a tank that it hooks up to on the back. It's pretty cool. It's pretty
cool on costumes.
Oh, and there's feathers on the shoulders, on Bill's shoulders on his thing.
That's cool.
I'm trying to remember my other pieces. I've made an entire weapon belt that I used spray squirt guns that I painted.
Nice.
And added stuff to, and you know, lots of leather straps. And we've actually worn that to different Halloweens. We always win. We've won twice. We've worn it twice.
Wow.
Changed mine the second time though. I added more stuff to it because his was usually mine's more elaborate. And his was more elaborate. Because
can't have that.
Yeah.
Can't have
So-
that. So you had to change yours.
Well, and mine, I felt like I didn't have enough time to work on it that year. I mean, I
Mm.
worked on it for 2 months, but it still
Right.
was not up to the fussy level that I do. You
Usually
know?
do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I wonder if these Tim Holtz ideology rub-ons will rub on to this shiny, plasticky paper. Do you know if they'll stick to that coating?
I'm not sure. I don't know. You know, I have that stamp out, the hand. It's right
Oh,
here.
that one? Oh, yeah? Oh,
Same
cool. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Same thing.
I'm going to have
Yeah.
to take one of these and try it and see if it will. Do they peel up? They should. Shouldn't they? I'm going to try one that I probably wouldn't use much, or let's see. I just take the end here. Oh, I'll have to do that.
So, Julie, have you seen the show Offspring? It's Australian. It's got 7 seasons so far. I'm not sure if they're still going or not. I'm going to be heartbroken if they're not.
I haven't even heard of it in 7 seasons. That's a lot.
Well, it's Australian. That's why you haven't heard of it.
Oh, did it just come over here? Well, but like,
yeah, it's
you
on
know,
Netflix
some of the
right now.
UK ones, they're here from the beginning, or
But Australia is
but-
pretty far away. They have all their own. They even make their own cars. They have all their own stuff.
right?
There's
They
not a
don't-
lot of shared
They don't
production.
share their TV with us right away. I
No,
guess
they
not.
don't. They
I
don't.
didn't know that.
The UK we get. I mean, we have BBC America, but there's no Australian channel on our cable.
Oh.
You know,
Well,
so you
Yeah.
have to find on one of the platforms. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Julie says no. Definitely watch it. It's so
we
good.
just started watching. I don't know that it's new. Maybe it is. It's Netflix. We just started watching Living with Yourself.
Oh,
Have you heard of it?
no, I have not.
It's got Paul Rudd in it.
Mm-hmm. Is it a TV? Is it like a show or is it a movie?
It's a TV series.
Paul Rudd is in a series?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And not to give anything away, but he is cloned.
Oh.
So there's 2
I
of
bet
him.
it's good. Like
it is.
Duplicity or multiplicity or whatever
Take
from
one or 2 of them, to get into it and get a real, feel
Yeah.
for it. But by the 3rd episode, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
holy wow. Yeah. Okay, let's see how that did. Oh, that did just fine. That went on. there just fine.
Glynis, yeah, we have pictures of those. We would have to. They would be darn it. They're going to be on our Facebook page, but they also, I bet I can't match that up. It doesn't matter. I'm putting a tree over it anyway. I'll just make sure to place it there. Yeah. Was I saying? Yeah, pictures. I'll get you pictures, Glynis.
Halloween costumes. Yeah.
I'll get you pictures.
Well, as we come close to Halloween, will you post some of the pictures of you guys in past in your Halloween costumes on your page?
Oh yeah, it'll show back up as a memory. So definitely we could do that.
Let's see. I had in mind one I was going to put
I
on.
want a stencil. I would point out that the husband wore he didn't really. He had my Spanx on because he was a character from Mad Max that wore caps without anything under them.
Oh, right.
What it was jeans that were cut in the movie, and that's what he did. And he had a foxtail and a red mohawk. But he wore my Spanx all night, and I'm pretty sure that's why we won, because people were very interested.
In what he had on.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I mean, he just looks. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Can't explain it. It's awesome. Might hate it, might love it. About to find out. Not finding a stencil that I want, so I'm just going to go with this one. And I think I'm going to use a different ink color.
I'm not liking it. Why don't they make these things so they peel off or something? Because you can't get in there to get to rub one off without touching all the others. And if you slip your paper in there, then there's a bunch of others touching your paper.
I always cut them.
They all want to come off on it. And yeah, but that's a pain to get to the very center one. They should make them like stickers, the stickers that pull off, which I thought they did, but apparently not. Make them like stickers that you can pull off and then rub on. It's a pain to get to the very center.
It is. Of the Tootsie Roll Pop?
Yep. I don't even know how many licks because I can't do it. There comes a point where I just have to bite it.
Me too.
Cannot. I can't suck a M&M until it's soft and melty. I have to bite it, especially if it's peanut.
I love wintergreen Lifesavers.
Oh, yes,
And
but I cannot. Those are my favorite.
I have to bite it.
It's the only kind of Lifesaver I want. But and I have to chew them. I can chew a whole roll of them just because I'm chewing them instead of sucking them.
I buy bags of them.
Yeah.
I think I want another black tree for this. Where did I do with my lid? Where's my lid? I've lost my lid. Right here. Oh my gosh. I'm losing my mind.
I know. It's so funny. Okay. So got it cut out of the center there.
Oh. Just thought of something. Don't I have another black tree?
Oh.
Guess not. I do have this.
I need a butter liquid.
Nope, gotta use that.
I need some fine
Maybe gold.
all I can think of is paperclip, and it's not paperclip, it's pinchers. What are they called?
Tweezers?
Tweezers, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
God, I know.
Pinchers.
Oh, man.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Funny till it's your own brain going.
Yeah, I guess it is
And then
funny.
you're like,
Though.
what? I know.
Oh, pinchers.
The pinchy things, the
No,
pokey tool.
That is
Pokey
fantastic.
tool isn't all. The pinchers, that's the tweezers. No, I'm busy. That one is not staying flat, staying straight. Oh, I should have. All right.
It'd be easier to roll paint over this with a brayer or glue. I mean, like school glue, even or tacky glue. I don't know why I'm using this fine tip on all these little branches.
All right, now I need another pair of tweezers.
My
Well,
beautiful
hang on to
friend
that.
Amanda stopped by the house, which I was still in my pajamas because yesterday, I mean, I get dressed every day, but I put on, something comfy to wear around the house, but not my
Sure.
pajamas. But I actually stayed in my pajamas all day yesterday because
Yeah.
I needed to.
I would have
And
too.
I started to get dressed, and then I was like, why? And then, of course, I never
That's
get company, and Amanda stopped by, which is no big deal. She's
Oh,
you can see me in my pajamas. She brought me roses, the most beautiful
Oh.
roses I've ever seen.
Wow.
And she brought me chocolates, 2 bags of chocolates, dark chocolates, because she knows how much I like dark chocolate.
Mhm.
and she brought us a card, and I was
Oh.
blown away by how sweet.
Aw.
So
Amanda's your cousin, right? That did the live with us?
no, Amanda's a friend. She's a friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it mixed up then. That's cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. Really.
That is very cool. What's the name of your cousin that did the live with us?
Amy.
No.
Oh, Megan. Megan.
Megan. Yes.
Whatever.
Not Amy. Megan.
Megan.
Okay. Till when you talk to Megan, tell her I read that book that she recommended. No, what was it called? The Library of Life or something like that. The Midnight Library. Midnight Library. I think that might have been it. Yes, was excellent. Was excellent. So tell her I appreciated the recommendation.
Yeah.
And if she has any other good ones like that, pass them on.
Well, she's not moving here. She ended up not getting that job that she wanted. She was, temporary. She was.
Yeah.
It was for, a temporary contract.
So is she back where they were, or is she going somewhere else?
She is moving to. I'm going to save that because I'm going to use it on something else. She's moved to, I can't remember. Her husband got a job in another state, and that's where.
Oh, wow. Far away from you?
They knew that they wanted to move, and both of them were reaching out to do a.
Right.
Well, she lived in Nebraska. So,
right. Did they stay Midwest or?
No, they did. They did.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
So. I think this is my favorite. I just thought I would do something a little different. One of my favorite black and white photos that I took, where I took 2 negatives and overlaid them in the dark room, was my eyes and some bare autumn trees. And I was kind of recreating that. And this is a chalkboard sticker right here.
That's cool.
Just to be a little abstract and different there. That's a nod to that, which I can't find, and I think it got ruined in the flood because I haven't seen it since. So, one of those things.
Yeah. And this is very hard to make sure that this is. It's a lot harder to make this stick on this glossy metallic paper. It does stick, but it's a lot more difficult. Okay. Yeah, but it's a lot more difficult to get it to stick. So I have to rub it, and then start to lift it up and just see where it's not stuck and go back. I mean, way more than normal.
Okay, didn't I just put glue there? Yeah. So I was thinking about doing a little seasonal when I get another book like that. I can do one seasonally and do one for autumn with all these die cuts, and these might be fun in the front and back covers. Or to add, just to the front, or for whatever reason, to put little bits in that I want to add to the art journal.
Cool idea.
So that would be fun. Maybe make a library pocket to go with it. Because it kind of looks like.
Has anybody heard from Candy?
No. I haven't been on the page though. So.
Well, I think today was the day Eric was leaving, but I don't know when. So she might be taken to the airport.
I'm gonna read
finally got that to stick. Got that to stick on the copper metallic paper. And I'm going to put that down here. Let's see. Does it want a little bit of black behind it? Or will that cover up too much of the cool paper that's on the... I don't know. Ooh, I wonder if this wants to be edged in black. Let me see what that would look like. Where's the black soot? Or let me reach right up here.
Okay, so
Here's archival black soot. I just want to see what that would look like on the edge of. Ooh, that might be cool. It's very subtle.
a couple of these too from when we did paper envelope,
Yeah.
from when we did marbling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's actually just the edge of it and just goes over the edge ever so slightly. It's very, very subtle, but it's just enough. I don't know if you can even see it. The black.
Oh, yeah.
I'm using the archival black soot.
This one could be a book cover, and it would have pockets that way. And then I could just put lined paper inside.
Yep.
That would be kind of fun. So what I'm going to do here is this. Take this out, fold it in half, do a little bit of cutting here so I have flaps on the pockets. Maybe. See how I like it?
I need to give this a minute to dry. I wonder if it is going to dry on the metallic or if it will always stay wet and rub off.
And then I'm going to fold it in half again to get those perfect.
I'm going to hit it with a little bit of air just to see if I can dry that. Maybe even cool air. I don't want to melt anything. I really just want to dry that black ink around the edge so it won't smear any more than it already has. But I like the way it was just a tiny black frame. Go right there. What do you guys think?
That looks adorable. I love it.
Let me get some glue on it. Oh, not that much glue. Good heavens. Glue coming out everywhere.
To cover this front.
Oh, and I know, Amanda, you just reminded me what else I need to use on this.
What's that?
Nuvo drops. I don't want to put brads in because it'll go all the way through unless I did that before I wrapped it, and I did not. So let's see here. Whichever I come to first, Perfect Pearls or Nuvo in black, solid black. I really want to use up all these Perfect Pearls because I really prefer the Nuvo. They're not perfect pearls, they're liquid pearls.
Yeah.
But
I totally got it.
Okay. Oops.
I think I'm going to use a piece of scrapbook paper that matches this to cover that inside of because that would be the inside covers of the book. And I want to find something, if I can get something that goes with it, that would be fun. Kind of a little mix, you know?
Yeah.
Why am I looking in tiny scraps though? That's a bad plan, isn't it? I'm going to end up, I want one piece, I think.
Boy,
One.
I haven't used these in a long time. Can tell because it's all clogged up.
So I don't know where the husband is. He's not home.
Oh, still at work, or
Yeah.
he hasn't come home? He hasn't come home from work, is what you're saying? That is just not coming out very well. Good grief. It's all clogged. All clogged up.
Of course, he knows I'm in the live, so
That's true. So maybe he's taking a moment for himself too.
yeah.
I know he wasn't quite as attached to chaos as you were, but still, I'm sure he was very attached. Yeah.
He could be working late. I don't know. If he's not working late, he's out flying his drone, and I think that's great. So.
Yep. Oh, come on. Let's see, where's... I hate when there's a clog in there that you just can't get past. Okay. Here's what the jumbo black one looks like. With the copper, the black paper clip, Life Adventures, and the iridescent crystal from a chandelier, and there's a big paper clip that you could put on a pile of papers or in a book. So that is that one. Good night, Amanda. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Good night, Amanda.
Okay, so that's the black one. Now that one needs to be set somewhere that I won't touch those drops. Okay, so that's going right on there, and I'll just slide it right in that shelf for now. I really want to get to, I want to decorate all of these, but I really do want to get to that teeny tiny journal I started. I need to another pen.
I'm going to use something I
Thanks,
always
Dennis. I like the iridescence of that crystal. I do think it gives it just the sparkle that it needs. Okay, so thinking about putting this one on a bulb pin. All right, Glennis, I will consider that.
What?
Glennis just sent me a message.
Oh.
Okay, so instead of just putting a jump ring, I put a bulb pin, but maybe the bulb pin is too much. What do you think? Should I go back to just a jump ring on that one?
Oh, I like it.
With the bulb pin?
Uh-huh.
I kind of feel like I want something on the bulb pin even, because that's just a lot of open space. Let's see.
Tie a piece of lace or
I'm
something.
going to tie something around here, but I'm thinking maybe a button or two on the bulb itself. Or what about a little flower? Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Making flowers out of these also would be great.
Oh yeah. Can make anything out of altered paper.
Uh-huh. Especially if it's super colorful paper. Great for flowers.
Well, do I want it to lay side to side? See if I can get that bulb pin to go through there. Okay.
Strengthening the pocket and looking cool.
Okay. Eyes.
So the inside of it'll be a book cover.
All right. Look at that. You guys see how I did that? On the bulb pin is a tiny little silk flower, and then the light blue rocks. I still am going to tie a tiny piece of, let's see. I didn't bring my string out, did I? Well, this one might work with skinny lace. Cut off a piece of this. Cut off a hunk of this lace and see how it works. Oh, wait a minute. There was a white one with blue on it over here earlier. Where did that one go? Right there. Yeah. Blue.
So what I'll do is make all these little book covers, and then I'll cut all of the paper at the same time, because I have the other one here that I've got. This one started.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just staple the papers in, so I can use my big cutter and do some plain or lined paper to put on the inside, and I'll just do little booklets.
Cool.
But I'm just getting the covers done right now.
All right. So what I really need.
So on this.
I should have done this on the paper before I put it on, but I'm going to try to make it work afterwards, because that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Make do. Make do, make it work. We just make it go our way. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick that up a bit.
Here.
And what I don't want is that paper clip to glue down to it. So I need a little bitty piece of scrap paper. Yeah, I could use one of these that I'm going to end up putting stuff over anyway. Okay. You know what?
What?
I didn't put an eyelet or anything in this one, which means it's not attached to the paper yet. So if I take this bulb off, I can pull the paper clip right out. Brilliant. Should have thought about that 5 minutes ago before I killed myself trying to get this in. There. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that can take a second to dry before I put it back on, so the paper clip won't stick to it. Glennis, are you saying it looks better like that with the flower on it? Hope so. Let's see here. Which one's the back? That one's the back.
Crap. Sorry.
It's all right. That horrible word, you know.
Yeah.
Watch your language. Crappity crap crap. That's mine. Crappity crap crap. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
All right.
Gotta do what we
All
gotta
right
do.
then. I might even put. Let's see if I can look around and see a tiny little gem of some sort that would go with these colors. I might put it on there and look. Whoops! Don't lose it. It's just sitting over here by its lonesome on the. I can't pick it up. It keeps falling out of my pinchy things. Tweezers. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's disappearing. Oh, my goodness.
I want to show you guys something that I discovered that blew my mind. Okay, let's say this is this. This fits on her like a crown perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It's amazing. And I can't wait to use this with this die because it looks like a crown.
It does.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting. It's going to be so cool together. Not today, though. I'll do that privately because I've used her in a live, twice, 3 times? Two or three times. So
Yeah, but this is completely different.
Huh?
This is completely different, and it's part of other stuff, so.
Nah, it's fine. I'm all right. I'm okay.
But she's not. She feels naked now. All right. Now, what happened to my little
I'm just
jewel?
cleaning up my desk.
Let's see if I can get this little jewel on there. There we go. First try. Wow, I guess it does want to be there after all. Okay, how about that? That's the metallic blue on the brown packing paper. A little bit of lace around it with one blue gem.
That's cute.
That's not a jump ring, that's a bulb pin, and then the little blue rocks below. Okay, so there's a second one. And if there wasn't a gem here, I could have just put a dab of Nouveau Drops or Perfect Pearls or any one of those. That would work too. All right.
Can't decide.
I really like this. This is one of my favorites with the gold, the fat safety or paper clip with the gold metallic and the copper metallic, and there's rose gold in there too. This one's probably going to need a gold bulb pin. What am I going to do with that one? Let's see. That one almost looks like it wants an iridescent too, but maybe an iridescent shape. It is kind of long, or it is kind of short and squatty. So I wonder if that would be too long. Would that one iridescent one on there, would that just be, it's almost as long as the paper clip. Yeah, maybe too long.
It's not bad if you don't put it on a bulb pin. I think it would
Not on a bulb pin, but on this large jump ring right here. What about this one? This one's rectangular. Nah, that's too much the same shape. Let me think about this one a minute.
water.
Set this one up by the other one. Okay. What do I have to go with?
The bird.
A bird. Always a bird.
Oh no, I was deciding.
Uh,
So far, it's the bird.
Birds are good. Birds work almost everywhere with
I
almost
love-
everything.
I have a bird thing,
Yeah. I think all junk journalers do. I don't know what it is, but we just love birds on lots of things.
I used to train them, so I have birds all over my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like I not real birds.
Sure.
I like
Swinging.
hiding them, like in plants and stuff. Little,
Mm-hmm.
little glass birds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that.
I like it.
It matches, so
Mm-hmm.
I need to age up
Okay.
this white is screaming at me on the envelope though. Has got to be changed.
Little bright. Little bright.
Especially for this. To go with this. Yeah, it's a little bright.
Okay.
It's like a frame.
So, well, I might come in here tomorrow and finish working on these safety pins, but now you've seen me decorate a couple of them. But I'll finish that one up. Because we're about out of time and I just haven't even gotten to half of the stuff I wanted to, so it's okay.
Yeah. I might sit here for a little while and in silence and create some more.
Play.
I feel like I need to,
Yeah. Feel like it would be good for you.
On my desk are
Are you there? You totally cut out in the middle of a sentence.
Uh-oh. I said it, yeah, it might be good for my soul to do a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah. Then you said on my desk, or was that an answer to somebody?
I was saying it's already all over my desk, it's like
Oh,
on my
okay.
desk. Might
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah, true.
Yep. Yeah, vintage photo is fine. Just gonna knock it back a little bit around the edges here.
Birds and butterflies, owls and roosters, and bright red cardinals. Ooh, I like all those too. Birds and butterflies and owls and roosters. And I love bright red cardinals. They're most awesome.
We have these giant blue bird. I don't know what they're called. Blue jays or whatever in the backyard. Yeah. Like there's some that live like in our backyard. Or in our
blue jays.
And they're so big and beautiful.
Yeah, blue jays are so cool. We don't see them here. I'm going to use some of these scraps to collage some tags. A few more things that kind of coordinate with these right here, so I'll use some little ones because I only have little scraps left, but that's all I need. And let's see.
Right. Maybe one of those die cuts, those border sort of stripped die cuts that I have, that I did out of that sort of lacy background right there to ground it.
Hmm.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
That would be cool right there. What are mean? The Red Cardinals are mean, Suzanne?
What?
Are you saying the Blue Jays are mean?
Oh, ours isn't mean. Maybe they are to each other, but we put food out. He eats it.
Mm-hmm.
He hangs out on the line, and he hangs out just in the backyard. He's cute.
They're really
He's
pretty.
huge. Yeah.
All right, I need to mark this because I need to know where to cut the other one. I want this to go right across the top.
Oh, crooked. That's always good.
You don't do crooked.
Not me.
Never happens to me.
Never.
When it's intentional, it doesn't go crooked enough. It tries to go right. When it's not intentional, it goes, yep.
Generally. Maybe I'll go off to the side and then do some words down one side. Just right here.
You guys see how I'm marking this how I'm measuring this to cut this the right way just to collage them? I put what I wanted across the top on there, and then I scratched a mark on the tag with my pin, and now I'm putting the one that's going to go the opposite direction, and where's the scratch mark? And I'm just going to scratch that one so I know where to cut it. I mean, seriously, this is the technical. Don't get
very technical
stuff.
That's what it is. Technical.
Don't get hung up on it. Just do it. All I need is an idea of where to cut it. So scratch that mark in there. This was the day we made those chevron pockets, and then we collaged tags to go in them that were out of strips, the offcuts, the leftovers. And so we collaged them, just straight collage, not tearing. That's where this came from.
Much as I'd like to put a quote right here, there's not a lot of room, so it's okay. Yeah. I have words.
I have words about it.
I have lots of these. This is a box that I keep just words that I find in magazines or, anything with cool font or...
I went to grab that box and can't remember where I put it. That's the worst. That's the one that is earlier. I said I had it in my hand this morning because I was moving things around and putting things on shelves and organizing and made a whole big space. And I don't know where I set it because I moved it from where it was because it wasn't a very good place for it. Where did it go? I don't know.
Maybe. I have other words over there, but this is the only ones I keep in a box. The other ones are in envelopes, and they're standing up next to me all together.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I was actually going to say I have some standing up in envelopes too that were with them that I'm sure I put them in the same place. And I had some in a container that was in a drawer right next to the desk where I had small, medium, and large words in 3 sections in the container. I just remembered that. I think I might even know where that container is. It's all right. They're all going to come together and they're all going to come to the same place. That's what they're going to do. Oh my goodness. They have to.
Looking for the right size font, the right,
Mm-hmm.
right size group of words. I am ashamed of nothing, so I will tell you everything.
Oh, I love that.
That fit perfect. It actually is out of one of those old magazines.
Oh, cool.
The Painter and the Poet. Maybe I should put that on my book I was working on earlier that I'm going to do in art and architecture. That is perfect for that. For one of the pages. Those are some great looking dames. That also came out of one of those old 17
Yeah.
How dare they?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I didn't see Tim's Halloween collection today. No.
Oh, that was today. I didn't see it either.
I know that on Saturdays he
It
does
was
a
already
thing.
out. Mm-hmm.
And
He
I just
already released
haven't.
the Halloween. The Halloween collection was already out. It was already released.
Was it?
Yeah, because I thought it was last Saturday.
He did some Halloween projects with the other stuff they were releasing, I believe.
All the dyes and
I think that's what it was. Yeah. Oh, I don't know now.
yeah.
There was a live today. I saw just
Mhm.
as I was skimming. I couldn't get myself to watch a video. I thought I would try
Right.
this morning, and I saw that it was on, but yeah. I think I'm going to use King of the Road here. It's the right size. It's cut down. I should be using a cutter. It's probably not going to be straight.
Let's see.
But, it's how I do.
Yeah, I know. Now that's exactly what I'm dealing with here because I didn't use a cutter and just cut it. It's not straight, and I really want it to fit in tightly. Now I've messed myself up. I should have just used the cutter from the beginning.
Just don't want to go through this whole box.
All right, a little bit more glue. Suzanne was saying that the Blue Jays are mean.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not positive that it's a Blue Jay. I don't know what else. I have no idea. I've never had them before.
You might have to look it up. They're beautiful. Yes, they are beautiful. Anyone's telling the Ideology collection today. All of his dyes, I know they were out last week. Okay.
I can't get myself to watch those ones because I wouldn't pay that price that he asks for those.
They are crazy high. I'm sorry, Timmy, I love you, but they're expensive.
I mean, if somebody else can sell it for $3, you got to figure what's his markup.
A lot.
Well, $3 is a bit low. I mean,
yeah,
it is, right?
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I think we're gonna go with this one. I mean, King of the Road was nice, but yeah. We're going with Life is a Journey because it's the right size font.
Cool.
Fits there nicely. It's just, you know. And let's knock back that white.
All right. Yeah, embossed some gold onto my scissors. That's funny.
You what?
From last week, I see that I embossed some gold onto my scissors.
Special.
Yeah, tell I haven't touched them since last Saturday night.
Actually,
Tiny piece of paper. Don't drop on the floor. Too tiny for me to find it.
and there we have a book cover for a little tablet, a little notebook.
Oh, cute.
And
And now
enough enough there. And I cleaned some stuff up off my desk.
I'm not doing well with this. Not using a cutter, trying to get straight lines for it to fit in here. Not working, and then I cut it too short every time. Too small. Just not working. You know what needs to go over that? A word. Let's see. Let's see. This is...
My desk is getting smaller and smaller here.
Yeah. Always
so
does, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
So many things out.
Hey, you guys know you can use your corner rounders on a tiny little, whoops. Where did it go? Tiny little piece of paper, like a sentiment like this. You can use your corner rounder on. Yes. If you're like me, and I just keep cutting them smaller and smaller and smaller. So you take one end and you put it in here, and you have to hold it and look at where it is. Make sure you're holding it straight. And you go around to the other end. The problem is I always forget to leave enough on the end when I cut them out to do this. Ooh, barely made it. See that cool little jog I got at the top and bottom, like it's intended to be that way? Well, it is. If it's this about 1/4 inch, I can get that. If the paper is even thinner or shorter, I can't get that cool little jog. I'll just get a fully rounded on both sides, which is fine too. That's just cool. It looks like you punched it out with a cool punch is all. All right, this does need a little bit of color. It's a little bit bright white.
This is so pink. I don't know if I can handle it. I just don't know what have to go on it.
Then you could totally knock that back with some vintage photo.
I know.
You know how the vintage photo and the tattered rose or the what's the other one? The Victorian velvet. You know how they look really cool together?
Yeah.
Go over the whole thing with vintage photo. That would look really neat.
I probably would have anyway.
Yeah, it'll just look really vintagey. Be a great look. Going to give this one a little bit of Victorian velvet here. There's already a little vintage photo on the...
Not feeling it.
Cover. Want to fly. Fly, cheesy bread, fly.
Check out this other thing that I got in my thrift haul. These are women who dare knowledge cards from the Library of Congress.
Wow.
And like Marie Stopes, she's a British scientist. And
Those
all of
pictures
them
are
are
awesome.
important women in history. Every one of them.
Sweet.
And they are so cool.
Yeah.
She's out of place, but okay. She's the president of Iceland. That's so beautiful.
That's an important woman in history.
Yeah.
It's just not as old as some of the others.
Right. It's an astronaut. I can't wait to read through these. I kind of thumbed through some of them, but I haven't, not too many. Who's she? That is U.S. Treasury. Must have been the first woman that worked for them. Wow. Feminist. Yeah, these are so cool. There's Annie Oakley.
Cool. Oh, I like it. Like Annie Oakley. She's my hero. All right, let's see. There's a coloring pencil somewhere close by.
Oh, let's see. I've got to figure out what to top of that. It's got to be something larger toy so I can push away most of that.
Maybe I'll do that in metallic. I'm going to go around this in rose metallic.
Okay. I'm going to do something kooky.
Nice.
We like kooky, though, so it's okay.
I was going to say, we like cookies.
Cookies.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there's the little tag. Now I got to get the hole back that was there. So I will go to my 5-hole punch and find the one that is the right size. Looks like it's the 3/16. There we go. That works. That's okay, Tina. Lots of people are tired this week. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Really? I feel like I'm lurking tonight too, Tina. It's okay.
That's funny. I kind of feel like I want to put a word on each one of these. The strength of her character. How about that right across the middle?
I like that.
That'd be a nice journal tag.
I don't know why I'm bothering to ink the middle. It's going to get covered.
Yeah. I do the same thing. Okay. Let's see. Let's try a little frayed burlap on this.
like that.
Okay.
Gee, this was on the back, and I kind of like it more.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Well, it's a part of a fireplace. There's a
Right. Yeah.
embroidered fireplace screen, and
You could put something else on with it. What's on the other side that you were going to use?
well, it was the part of the house, the flower pot.
I like the flower pot, but I like that fireplace stuff.
Yeah, the flowers match, but that's
You
even.
could turn it over to that side and then put a small flower grouping on top of, or, you know, in a corner or something with the fireplace stuff.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use the side I originally planned, I think.
Okay.
I don't want to have to think that hard.
The strength of her character is now on the largest of the tags. Trying to leave them fairly. I want this to be a set that somebody could actually use and to journal on the back, but I want to leave them fairly neutral. Like, not heavily embellish them. Somebody would like the color, but if they wanted to embellish, they could add their own. And you could put holes and string up there. Oh, this is one of my very favorite all-time. Somebody's going to get my favorite paper. One of my favorite gel prints with the metallics. I love that one. There's some of it on the large one. There's some on the medium. That's some of it off the other side. And there's not any on the little bitty one. Oh, well.
Tina said she's not actually lurking. She's watching and giving opinions. We just can't hear her.
Love it, Tina. Love
And
it.
Julie down the rabbit hole. So
somebody reached down, give Julie a rope. She fell down the rabbit hole.
yeah,
The rabbit hole that is reorganizing your supplies. Right, Julie?
exactly. I keep doing that and not doing something else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go with the bird.
I'm thinking maybe on this one, I'll put a white butterfly and I could outline it. It's embossed with dots. Can you see those dots? Oh, yeah, you can. Maybe I'll outline it with rose metallic marker. This one, maybe I'll put the hello. And I'm going to have to put some Nuvo drops. All right. Okay.
Don't make a mess. Oh, it's two. It's not.
Who you kidding? Don't make a mess.
Yeah, I know. I know. Actually, I can do this one. I've got a fine point. It's just not gold.
Alrighty.
I like using whiteout for a white pen as long as you're sealing it.
Oh, right.
Great, but it wouldn't work for this because you have to press down on it pretty hard to get to come out.
All right. I need Nuvo or liquid pearl of what color?
What are you doing on the computer, silly?
Rose gold. Oh, I haven't seen her in weeks.
I know.
Weeks, literally.
She's around.
She's been hiding. She's been laying low.
She's been sleeping during the day because it's hot.
She's going through a growth spurt and sleeping a lot.
Sometimes she sleeps a lot. I think it's more like sleep during the day, party at night with her.
Cute. Wonder if this orchid is about the same color as that. It looks a little more pink than purple. Let's see what else is close by. You know, there's a few. Oh, those are alcohol inks.
Night, Sue.
Good night, Suze. See you soon. We're about ready to shut down anyway. We're all getting there.
Yeah. I'm pretty low energy tonight, so.
You're what?
I said I'm pretty low energy tonight. And, you
Yeah,
know.
that's all right. That's all right.
I want my black or my, where did it go? No.
Shiny. Crystal, glossy. Looking for just.
Oh, there it
That's
is.
the one. That's the one. Let's see. Where's a scrap?
And there it is.
Oh, I like it.
Missing something, but for now it's good.
But
I mean,
like
after we
it.
get paper on it or inside of it, there's a chance I'll doodle on the front of it anyway if I'm using it.
Oh, sure.
I mean, who doesn't doodle on their
Exactly.
covers, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey. I think I finished this set of 4. I've got a few other embellishments in mind that would go with this set, but here's the large one. The strength of her character. Now, I'm not finished because I haven't put the toppers on. Shoot, and I already did the Nuvo drops on this one. I added hello in the middle with some Nuvo drops that match all that metallic. But I'm going to set that one aside so I don't mess up the Nuvo drops. Okay, this one, I'm going to rose gold this butterfly. Not rose gold, that's metallic rose. It's not rose gold. Give it a metallic rose outline.
Sorry, I'm looking through my papers.
That's okay. I'm just concentrating on outlining this butterfly so I don't totally mess it up. That's why I'm kind of quiet here.
Oh, I'm stuck. I'm looking around. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
My little list.
I did metallic rose around the butterfly. And then the little bitty one says laughter. They're all journalable on the back. I put the second largest one up so I won't touch the Nuvo drops. because we all know how I am about Nuvo drops. I don't like that,
I
but
think everyone is, aren't they?
I'm learning. This, yeah.
New one.
This would make a pretty paper clip with this as part of an ephemera set for a journal, wouldn't it? So let me see.
Somebody was talking about Barbara Streisand earlier, which was weird because I happen to have two pics of her on my desk.
Oh, really?
They're from from an album cover and like a record cover. And
Yeah.
I cut them out years ago. And when I was sorting through something today, I found them and here they are on my desk.
Wow.
And random that somebody was talking about
Yeah.
Barbara earlier. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I don't remember what the record was. I have no idea, actually. I mean, I cut those out 15 years ago, so
Huh.
it was damaged, so so I cut it out. Yeah.
Right.
Why not? I'm just cleaning up stuff off my desk, mashing together weird things that wouldn't go together otherwise.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm just making this last paper clip, and I think I'm about ready to. Yesterday, all I did was sleep off and on all day long. I was so sick. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry you were sick.
It's okay.
We missed our play date yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it because I was so sick.
There's no way I could have anyway.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Wasn't worried about it.
No chance.
All right. So
I'm pretty tired, actually.
yeah, I think we all are.
I'm not helping with the energy at all tonight. I'm so sorry.
Well,
I was thinking I might stay up here, but I can't at this point.
We might go down and go to sleep.
I'm thinking that's where it's at, actually.
Yeah. Well, that might be what we need right now. If that's what we need right now, then that's where it's at. And that's okay, you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep. See? All right. You guys the same? You see, a couple of them have already cut out, and a couple of them said that they were so tired, could hardly keep their eyes open.
I know.
So I don't know what
There's
it is
not
about.
very many people tonight either, so I think people are busy yeah.
Yep. So Sue's left. Tina's tired. Yeah. It's after 9:30, so it's 10:30 some of their time, 11:30 some of their time.
I do have to clean up my dog though.
Yeah. I will probably come back in tomorrow morning and clean it up. Are you ready to call it a night?
Well, I think I haven't cleaned it up, so I will.
Yeah.
This is something I was going to do. I was going to I've not done any ring bound journals or so I was going to do a little one and cover note cards with the thinner one or with the tissue that I've printed on, and then just do a ring, like 2 rings.
Yeah. Thank you, Julie. Julie said it doesn't have to go extra long every week.
You're cutting out.
Julie said it doesn't have to go extra long every week.
Yeah. Well, we actually go way long, probably too long. And that's why we don't get all the replay watches, because people are like, nope, I'm not watching a 5 hour.
Honestly, we go too long for our own good, because we need to have time to clean up and then get to sleep. And so, so we're thinking that we will probably start to just make it like 3 hours, 6 to 9. 3 hours is a pretty good length.
Yeah, and when we start doing regular tutorials again, when they're, when we know and we've got them stacked up to do that,
You froze.
So did you?
Oh. I wasn't moving. You were talking, and all of a sudden you went away. Did you stop
It was
talking?
swirling.
Oh, okay.
No, it was my computer because it was swirling. Okay, so I'm going to share what I did so far tonight, which was enough.
Yeah.
So I've got these two, which I love. I really love this one.
Yeah,
It looks
cool.
very Halloweeny. So those two, and then I've got my 2 book covers, which I'll put just plain coffee dyed or lined paper in, or computer printer paper. And those are fun. So it's a pair and a pair, I guess. And then this that I worked on that took the longest. I love the way the cover's coming out there.
Yeah,
really do.
Oops, you froze again.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think then I can continue to glue down my scraps, my gel plate scraps and roll off papers, and hopefully I will end up with a very cool book that I can just sand the edges and feel inspired to art journal in it. So
yeah.
this is just the first layer.
Yeah, I like it.
I can change it or not change it, or like some of them I really like, but and they would be jumping off point. Yeah, but some of them might get more of a more coverage with paint or whatever it is that I decide to do in it. So I'm gonna go find more of these books, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I usually pass them by, but
I won't anymore.
Probably wouldn't hurt to have a couple on hand.
I was looking for one for a minute, though.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't find any. When I had the idea, I was like, oh, I'm totally going to look for one of those. And then I couldn't find one when I did go out. But I don't go out a lot, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I made the double pockets. These 4 are all kind of similar here. All I did was put the lace down the middle. I'm gonna wait until I see exactly where I'm gonna use them, but I'll make tags to go inside of them, or folded pieces of altered paper stationery or something like that, and just coffee dyed paper on the back so that they can, they could even be put like this.
Wait, hold on. Have a great night, Tina. Thank you so much.
Oh, good night, Tina.
We'll see you next week.
Yes.
And Glynis is covered with glue and dye.
So what's your Glynis?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. You could also put them in the journal like this. Just tuck them in a tuck spot. They don't have to be glued down. They could also be folded.
That's what I thought they were.
And so 2 tags will go in there, but then when you open up, you've got a journaling spot on the inside because it's just coffee dyed paper. So I'm not going to continue embellishing them until I decide exactly where they are going to be used. And then I made 2 out of, this is one of my favorite metallic pages from gel plating. I love the metallics on gel plates. I don't know why, I just do. So I made 2 of those, one larger, one smaller. Same thing. They can be put down, glued down, or they could be left open with the 2 pockets.
Yeah, they look like a open book with that trim down the center.
That does kind of look like an open book, doesn't it?
That looks like the spine.
Yeah, that is cool. And then I did the paper clips. So here's the start of a whole bunch of paper clips, and these are literally just teeny tiny little offcuts of paper that are leftover favorite pieces that I just didn't want to throw away because I love the colors, love the metallic, love the way they turned out or whatever. And then 2 of them I did completely embellish. I finished this copper one's Life Adventures. It's with a jumbo black paper clip and the iridescent charm, and then the metallic blue one in the center. And this one I haven't finished. I'm thinking about what I want to add to it, but it's got the copper metallic and then the little copper translucent rocks down below. So I'm deciding how I want to finish that one off. I think I know. I think I'm going to wrap some twine around it. And then this set, I finished off this set. So there's 4 of them. This one I've got off to the side because it's got the Nuvo drops on it, but they're all matching, and they'll be part of an ephemera set for a journal. And then I just had that little scrap of, I love that metallic paper. So, and this worked. I know I've always really only done them with paper, regular, like copy paper that we gel print with, but this is actually cardstock and it worked just fine. So take back what I said about it works better with the thinner paper. Cardstock worked just fine. And I'm going to decide what I'm going to dangle from that or how I'm going to embellish that one and add that one with this set and a few more things because I've still got some little pieces here that are matching.
So you should do an envelope that matches those so that you can store them all in it as a collection.
Yes, they're all going to. They're all, you'll probably see them all again in the future, all in an envelope. That's exactly right. In an envelope as a collection together is how you will see them. So,
yeah, I store all of mine in envelopes that I decorate to match recycled envelopes. Card
I will make an envelope for them, and these are all have journal space on the back. They're all plain on the back, so they're good journal tags. I said I completed them, but I didn't. I've still got to put toppers on them, and I will do that. I'm going to go through my fibers and find just the right ones. They may or may not all be the same, but I've got tons of fibers, so I'm going to find just the right fiber to go on that. And
cool.
Yeah, and I'm excited about September's all about finishing unfinished projects
to make room for new. Yeah.
Make room, make space in our head, space in our desk,
space in our head
life. Space. Yeah.
Yeah. That is a big deal. That really does clog up your brain when you got a bunch of stuff
because you're constantly thinking about all this stuff that you've got to finish, and your brain cannot relax and be creative because it's thinking, I should be doing that. I need to be finishing that.
Right.
Yeah. Horrible.
Yep. That's how it works.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday night. It was sure fun.
Yeah,
we enjoyed it,
guys. And I appreciate all the love and support.
Of course. We do all love you, and we hurt for you, and we wish you many happy memories with Chaos that will carry you through this time until some of the pain subsides, and you just have good memories and thoughts of her.
Thank you.
To the time where we can joke about her and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
I don't know. I still don't joke about Penny. And it's been...
Oh, I don't mean in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the funny jokes, nothing. Yeah, nothing derogatory.
Yeah.
No, I'm not one for derogatory jokes or sarcasm.
No, that's not what I mean. Yeah. I don't even talk about Penny really so much.
Yeah, you had her a long time too.
Yeah, she was old also.
Yeah.
But not as long as Chaos. That's I had her half as long even.
Oh wow. I thought she was like 10 years.
She was 5 when I got her, Chaos. Or wow. Penny was, not Chaos.
Yeah.
Was 5. So and yeah, so
wow.
And that was in my last house and right before we moved. So it actually has only been 4 years.
Yeah.
5 years. 5 years.
Well, go get some rest. Sleep will be good for you right now.
Thank you.
Hopefully you get some longer night sleeps
too.
Yeah.
He might be home now.
Better go track him down. Make sure everything's good.
Yeah, he could have gone to his friend Dave's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
We love you. And we'll see you in Happy Paper People Facebook.